Hold on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back in the building, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm tapping in with y'all to speak about what's currently going on in the boxing world. We're gonna talk about the alleged rumors that Dazn is applying pressure on Golden Boy to make Jaron Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz. We're gonna speak about Moses Atama versus Jermaine Franklin. We're gonna talk about Subrel Matias, Dalton Smith press conference. We're going to get into a little bit of everything, man. But, of course, we're going to get into some open boxing topics as well, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building thus far. Y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way in. That'd be very much appreciated. You see what I'm saying? We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,200. Wait, where we at? We well into the 3,200 mark. About to hit that 3,300 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. My apologies, y'all. I am feeling very tired. You know what I'm saying? Long day at the gym, I guess you would say it. Long day at work as well, but we're going to make it do what it do regardless. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Shout out to StreamYard for putting these sounds on. Very, very convenient. I like it. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I see a few comments already. Shout out to Smoochie in the building. What's going on? What's going on? She said, get some rest. Nah. That's not what we doing. We on a mission. J Cash, what up? Marlon 2631, what up? The Stranger. Andres, what up, brother? How we feeling? Shout out to my boy Anonymous for alerting the chat, man. Appreciate that very much. You getting back from Chinatown. Chinatown got there's a Chinatown in every city, huh? One thing about them Asian motherfuckers, man, they about their business. They about their business. They don't play them games. I like going down Chinatown once in a while. I used to go to Bonchon a lot, but somebody ruined it for me, so we're gonna. Okay, you said it was nasty. No. You said it was nasty. You tried it. Yeah. You brainwashed me into believing it, so now I don't want to go there no more. You said it was nasty. Okay. Anyways, it is what it is. What's going on? I know about New York and Boston. Where the rest of I'm trying to go. There's one in Philly. There's a Chinatown in Philly. So which one you went to? You said you know about NYC in Boston. You in Connecticut, so you closer to Boston than New York, right? Or I don't know. I don't know. New York is kind of close to you too. Which one was you at? Oh, you was in New York. Okay. Bethaniel, what up? What's going on? How we feeling, man? Oh boy, I put out a video earlier today, man. If y'all didn't go check it out, please go check it out, man. It was a great little. Damn, hold up. Damn, fucking Chris Brown music. Come on, I hope my shit don't get copyrighted for that. Sheesh. When you get towards Hartford, yeah, we drove past there on our way to Massachusetts a few months back. When was that we went? What month was it when we went to Massachusetts? April? It was April. Yeah, around April. We drove past Hartford, Connecticut to get to Massachusetts. But I never really kicked it in Connecticut. I heard they got a lot of Puerto Ricans in Connecticut, though. Shout out to my Puerto Rican brothers, man. My Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. I heard this. Very haunted. Connecticut is very haunted. Hey, man, I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, Terrence Smith. I already had seen that, and when I saw that earlier, that's what really motivated me to do this live. Cause I was gonna take off. I ain't gonna lie, kind of wasn't feeling going on the live, but you know it is what it is. We gotta do work. We don't always going to work in the mood to work, but fuck it, we gonna make it do what it do regardless. You feel me? So, yeah, if y'all ain't see that video I put out earlier, man, it's titled "Vergil Ortiz Team Wants Zero Smoke with Jaron Ennis." And Vergil needs to take control of his career. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people liking the Oscar De La Hoya impression. That's hilarious. I didn't think that people would really be because I've been doing that. So I just find it funny that people are taking notice of it now. But Yeah, man, I put out a video earlier today, man. So if you ain't see it, please go check it out. Just breaking down the whole situation between Vergil and Boots, you know what I mean? And, speaking about how Vergil Ortiz's team is really hindering, like, I don't know if hindering is the word, but they're definitely fucking up his chances of getting some good fights going. You feel what I'm saying? So I spoke about that whole situation, man. Brought up some factual shit. I had put together like a 15, 16-minute video yesterday talking about the fight and that whole situation right after I had dropped my son off. But I forgot to post it. So I was like, fucking, let me just do a new version of it, shorten it up, and put it for the people to see. And y'all checked it out. So thank you very much. Okay. You closer to New York. That's what's up. We was actually talking about going to New York soon. So I'm gonna take the time to go there soon. I love New York. I feel like New York is like a big ass Philly. Like, like there's certain areas where you driving through in New York where it's like, damn, this shit look just like Philly. But the difference is Philly's a lot smaller, like with the blocks. You know what I mean? The houses, like everything is just like the skyscrapers and shit. New York is like a big ass version of Philly from what I noticed. But Coffee Plant, what up? We're gonna talk about Charlo and Plant negotiating. Hell yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We was talking about it yesterday. Like Anonymous was speaking on it, and then it ended up becoming like a rumor today. So that was dope. Anonymous was seeing into the future out in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? But all right, man, let's get into these talks, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's in the building thus far. Y'all go ahead and hit the likes. We about to talk about it. So, and I hope y'all like the thumbnail as well. You know what I mean? I took it upon myself to do something different. Just to show y'all I could do thumbnails. I just don't be feeling like it. You feel me? Like, I'm a little tech savvy out here in these streets. Go 787, what up? Anonymous is in the building. That's what's up. So let's get into it, man. Let's talk about this whole Jaron Ennis and, Vergil Ortiz situation and how the way the people been feeling about it. You feel what I'm saying? So, for one, Vergil Ortiz put on a dominant performance against Erickson Lubin Saturday night. Did his thing. You know what I mean? What was talked about just as much as the victory, if not more than the victory, was Jaron Ennis hopping up in the ring. You know what I mean? Pressing, Vergil Ortiz, saying that he wants to fight. And, letting it be known that he wants to make this fight happen next. So, Vergil Ortiz sounded optimistic about the whole situation, but I was highly, disappointed in Oscar De La Hoya's reactions and Vergil Ortiz Sr.'s reactions. Even, Victor Ortiz Vergil Ortiz's manager. If I said Victor, my apologies. Not Victor, Vergil. Vergil Ortiz's manager, I was just disappointed in their takes on how the way they're trying to go around, the Jaron Ennis fight, in all honesty. And maybe that's just me being a boxing fan and not really wanting to listen to the business side of things. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're calling for a fight. We want the fight now. But if the fans want it, it's definitely going to generate some revenue. You feel what I mean? You literally got the whole world, you got the whole boxing world clamoring for this fight. But for some reason, y'all feel like it's not ready yet. When the fuck is it going to be ready? It's like people saw the Manny Pacquiao and Floyd fight and how the way that worked out. Even though we waited years for the fight, it ended up doing record-breaking numbers and it's still the highest grossing pay-per-view fight today. They see that and think that they could replicate that. You know what I mean? That's not the case at all. You know what I mean? We're talking about two guys who were superstars, icons, coming up in the same generation, had a crazy storyline between each other. And there was people at one point in time who thought Pacquiao had what it took to defeat Floyd Mayweather. And going into the fight, there was people that were still feeling like Pacquiao would defeat Floyd Mayweather. But, you know what I mean? These guys that's coming up, that takes years upon years upon years to build that type of profile, to build that type of fan base. These guys are young, in their primes. You know what I mean? And they don't have that superstar power like a Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather has. That's just the reality of the situation. You feel me? So I think a lot of these promoters are trying to replicate what Floyd and Pacquiao did. And, this ain't the era for that anymore. Pay-per-view is very much down the drain. You know what I mean? And these guys don't really put themselves out there like a Floyd Mayweather did. They don't got a country backing them like Manny Pacquiao did. You feel what I mean? So, it's just completely different circumstances. But, these guys are just, these promoters, they trying to get every dollar that they can. These managers trying to get every dollar that they can. So if they want to, they will take the chance in waiting rather than making the fight happen right away and possibly fucking up their investment, which is the time and effort they put into their fighter. So, Vergil Ortiz's team has been coming out and saying how, they want that Errol Spence fight. They want that Errol Spence fight. Texas versus Texas, that's Vergil Ortiz's dream fight, and things of that nature. I just wanted to say this, and what's crazy is in that 15 to 16-minute video that I put out, I had made this comparison, but I actually seen somebody beat me to it on Twitter. And I literally got the video right there for anybody who think I'm capping. Like, Vergil Ortiz wanting to fight Errol Spence is the equivalent of, let's say Vergil stepped in the ring to press Boots, and Boots is like, I don't care what the fans say, man. I want to, a fight that I want more than the Vergil Ortiz fight is Danny Garcia. Can you imagine how corny you would sound saying that? And then people would try to justify, Boots and Danny, it's Philly versus Philly. Danny sells tickets. Boots sells tickets. That'll make a lot of sense, man. I wouldn't be mad if they did that fight. Man, miss me with the bullshit. Y'all niggas will run Boots through the fucking mud if he says some shit like that out his mouth. You see what I mean? But there's some reports that's going on out here, man. Dan Rayfield's somebody who's not really too fond of me, in all honesty, just based off of his history and blocking me on social media, has came out and pretty much let it be known that shit is not going to happen. The possibility of Vergil Ortiz and Errol Spence fighting next is not going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and share the screen and see exactly what Dan Rayfield says. He says, on quote, not going to happen. Per source, Dazn, which has dibs on Ortiz's fights, will not allow that fight to happen. Dazn is exerting intense pressure. Pause. On Golden Boy to get the Ennis fight done. So according to Dan Rayfield, somebody who's been a boxing writer for many years, he's been around since I was a young buck. So, Dan Rayfield, based off of the time that he's had in the game, I think it's safe to say that he knows some people, in the boxing business, knows some notable people in the boxing business. So he's coming out here and he's letting it be known per sources, people who probably are tied in, the business, the boxing business over at the Zone or whatever the case is, says that shit is not going to happen. The Zone is not going to be, they're not trying to make that fight. They're putting intense pressure on Golden Boy, Vergil Ortiz and his team to make the Jaron Ennis fight happen. You see what I mean? And I guess that would make sense in a sense because maybe the Zone is looking at this situation like, bro, this Boots fight with Vergil is a lot more profitable. We're trying to get our return on investment. You know what I'm saying? Or we trying to get to some motherfucking money. And the Boots and Vergil fight, the demand for it is a lot higher than the Vergil and Errol Spence fight. How are we going to be able to sell this Errol Spence fight? How much money are we going to have to pay Errol Spence for him to come back and face Vergil Ortiz? How much are we going to have to pay Vergil Ortiz? You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is true. But considering the fact that Golden Boy has a network deal with DAZN, that I think it's safe to say that DAZN is the one that put the money up for Oscar to, do these shows, right? He needs their cooperation in order. He pretty much needs their okay to showcase they fight on their network. You know what I mean? That's how HBO did it. That's how Showtime did it. If HBO was interested in the fight, they'll put the money up. If they weren't, they let it be known. They're not putting money up for that fight because there's no demand for that fight. So maybe that's what DAZN is doing. Like, yo, we're not really interested in Errol Spence versus Vergil Ortiz. That may be a tough fight to sell considering Errol Spence's circumstances. How could we sell this fight and make it seem like Errol Spence has a chance? You feel what I mean? Because the boxer fan is not going to believe that coming off of a 2-year layoff and a loss, a brutal loss, that somehow he's going to come up out and never having a fight at 154 at that. And we're going to talk about that too. Never having a fight at 54. How are we going to sell that Errol Spence is back, improved, and gonna be a top guy at 154, and Vergil Ortiz, who's young in his prime, got some years ahead of him, got a lot left in the tank. When Errol Spence, you can make a case that he's done in the sport of boxing, that his best years are behind him. He's on the decline. Shit, people are even saying that he's retired. Maybe the zone notices that, and they're like, bro, we not putting up no money for this, bro. Like, we not condoning this fight. The fight to make is the Ennis and Vergil Ortiz fight. I think you guys need to make that fight because that's the most profitable fight that can be made at this point in time. So maybe what Dan Rayfield's saying is true. You know what I'm saying? Dan Rayfield also goes on. He also goes on to speak about this right here. Let me go ahead and share this. And hopefully, this gives the boxer fans some optimism. Hopefully this is true because this would definitely, encourage me about this fight actually going on. And Dan Rayfield says, we'll see if a deal is actually concluded, but per source, Golden Boy is seeking to put a hold on the MGM Grand Garden Arena or T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on March 28th for Ortiz Ennis. Sounds like some great news, man. Dan Rayfield isn't really going to disclose or put out there exactly who his sources are. So I guess we just going to have to take his word for it. And, if the arena's not, if we don't see an arena booked for March 28th, or we don't see a fight ending materializing between Boots and Vergil for March 28th, then obviously his sources are shit. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, that's something that Dan Rayfield is putting out there. I don't know who he's getting this information from, but regardless, I don't think he would really risk putting his credibility on the line, just to be out here spreading lies. But at the end of the day, a lot of these media guys be lying through their fucking teeth just to get a few clicks. So who fucking knows? What do I make of it? I love it. You know what I mean? If Golden Boy is actually doing this, that would show that they're actually, Vergil is actually interested in making this Boots fight happen. Hopefully they lining that up for a Boots fight. You know what I mean? Hopefully they not, I hope it's not a situation where they looking to book March 28th for a different opponent. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Go 787 said everyone liked the live. Absolutely. We got 25 people in the building, man. We need 25 likes. I know there's people that just like to look at my face and not really show me any love on some weirdo hater shit, but you know what I mean? The more likes, the better. Let's get the algorithm on the up so that people know that Mazuma TV is live. You feel what I'm saying? My boy Ralph in the building, he said, yeah, they realize it's a hard sell. Trying to sell a competitive fight with an Errol off a 2-year layoff and a beating from Bud. Yeah, that shit don't make any sense at all. Now, this is the thing about Dazn. They don't really care too much about how it sells in Texas. They want to know how this shit sells globally. Like, forget Texas. How is this going to sell as a whole? You feel me? And, it might do some numbers in Texas. Errol Spence got a lot of love and respect, and he got a fan base in Texas. They looking forward to seeing him come back. A lot of people miss Errol Spence. You know what I mean? The excitement that he brought to the division. You know what I mean? Vergil Ortiz, he's that young kid coming up in Texas. You know what I mean? He's one of the young dudes coming up in Texas right now that's putting on. You know what I mean? Him, Jesse Rodriguez, I guess you could say Mario Barrios, whatever the case is. Texas has some talent, and Vergil, he's shining. He's shining with the rest of those dudes. So, they definitely doing their thing. So, that might get Texas excited. You got the, future Hall of Famer, Errol Spence, former unified champ. You know what I mean? They want to see if he's going to be able to redeem himself. Does he have something left in the tank? Then you got Vergil Ortiz, who may be coming to get rid of the wounded dog, the wounded animal out here in these streets. You feel me? So that might cause up some excitement in Texas. It might do some numbers. It may very well do some numbers. But I don't know if the zone is like, going to be okay with putting money into a fight if, the excitement or the anticipation for this fight is only going to be limited to Texas. I mean, they trying to get subscriptions. Is a Vergil Ortiz versus Errol Spence fight gonna get them more subscribers for their platform? I don't know. Somebody by the name of Lock or Lack says Spence beats Ortiz. In my opinion, I can't see Ortiz winning. To be honest, I think you a damn fool. Now, is it impossible for Errol Spence to win? No, but I think we got to take into consideration that Errol Spence is not who he used to be. Now, if we talking about the Errol Spence that faced Kell Brook and Lamont Peterson and Phil LaGreco, Chris Van Heerden, that relentless, when Errol Spence was still youthful, little to no damage, relentless, just a different type of dog, hungry, focused, dedicated. All right, you know what I mean? I'll be with you, brother. But, Errol Spence has been through some things since then. We talking unhealthy lifestyle outside of the ring. We talking about living the nightlife. We talking about flying out of flipping Ferraris. We talking about, bad beatings that take a lot from your career. Errol Spence would have been better off if he just got sparked by Terrence Crawford in the early rounds rather than taking all that punishment, man. And I still shake my head at Derrick James for allowing that fight to go on as long as it did. You feel me? That might have taken a lot of fight up out of Errol Spence. Those beatings, man, they change you, bro. They change your punch resistance. They change, your psychological, your psyche. Them type of beatings, they take a toll on you physically and mentally. Your body can only take so much before it's tapped out and can no longer, keep up with this tough sport, man. Boxing is wear and tear as it is. Even if you don't even get hit with that many shots, or take that much punishment. Boxing is so much wear and tear. A lot of these dudes, got to live with them issues forever. Joe Calzaghe still talking about how his hands hurt. Motherfucker ain't boxing years. Really didn't take that much damage. Left the game without a loss. That Andre Ward interview, he talking about how his hands still fucked up. You know what I mean? Man, he ain't been in the fight in I don't know how long. Well over a decade. Shit, probably closer to 2 decades, to be real with you. When did Joe Calzaghe retire? Let me see. Shit, he retired in 2009. Shit, yeah, close to two decades. Shit. He retired a year after the Phillies won the fucking World Series. Ain't that some shit? It should have gotten stopped in round 7 when Bud got those 2 knockdowns. I agree. He wasn't responding well to the body shots, the jab. It was really ugly, man. Really, really ugly. I would have saved Errol Spence from himself because, if the referee didn't stop that, Errol would have kept fighting. Bud would have had to have put Errol in a coma for him to stop. It's great that you got that type of heart, but at the same time, you got to have people around you in your corner that have your best interests. Be like, yo, I want you to make it home to your family. You'll be able to fight another day, brother, but you taking too much damage. I got to stop this fight. Don't negotiate with them, even if they fire you. I would rather you fire me and you be healthy and continue to go on with your career with a different trainer rather than me keeping you in the fight too long and you end up like a Wilfred Benitez, a Gerald McClellan, a Pritchard Cologne. You know what I mean? Like that would haunt me forever. You know what I mean? Like a what was Maxim Dadashev? You feel me? I would rather save you, even if that means me losing a check, me losing my job. I would rather save you, and you be healthy with your kids. You know what I mean? Able to fight another day, rather than keeping you in the ring too long. You accumulate damage that ends up becoming irreversible, and now you a vegetable, or you're no longer here with us. I wouldn't be able to live with the fact that I let somebody get unalived in the ring because, you know, I want them to be a modern day gladiator. Oh, my job, and this should be everybody's job as a boxing coach. You need to understand the game. You need to understand the ins and outs of boxing, offense, defense, all of that. Your main objective as a boxing coach is to make sure that before we get a win, before we get a loss, whatever the case is, your fighter makes it home to their family by any means. Now, things can happen in the ring that's completely out of your control. Things can happen suddenly, and there's nothing you can really do about it. That's something. But a lot of the time when these dudes get unalived in the ring, there's signs that come before that happening. Like with Dadashev, he was taking so much punishment. He was taking so much punishment. And Buddy McGurk, he trying to reason with the dude. Please let me stop this fight. Please let me stop this fight. Like, bro, why is you asking him? Why is you asking him? He hired you so you can make the choices on your own. Let him be mad. Let him be upset. It is what it is. You saved that man's life. He said, yep, like Mark Breland. Facts. Mark Breland did the right thing. Mark Breland did the right thing because God knows if that fight would have continued going on, where Wilder would be right now or how he'll be doing from a health standpoint. You know what I mean? But anyways, back to Dan Rayfield's, couple tweets that he put out in regard to Jaron Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz. I hope it's true. I hope his sources are, credible sources and just not somebody that he just be chopping it up with, online or whatever the case is. So we'll see. Time will tell. YSM says the date has not been put on hold yet. Yeah, I don't think he said that it was put on hold. They're seeking to put a hold on the MGM. So they're seeking to do it. So they haven't currently done it yet. I'll kind of be surprised that they already had it secured. I'm like, damn, y'all motherfuckers wasn't playing. Y'all just fought 2 days ago. But yeah, they from what Dan Rayfield's saying, they're seeking to put a hold on the venue. So, if they're able to solidify a venue for March 28th, that's a step in the right direction. And that falls into early 2026, like Jaron Ennis and Eddie Hearn been, asking for. So, it seems like things are on the up, but keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully we could get this fight and nobody intervenes and, fucks up the possibility of them fighting, man. Really hope Vergil, pause, let his motherfucking nuts hang and take over his, steer the ship with his business, man. I would never understand that. This is an individual sport. Your life is on the line. You know what I mean? And you're not in the sport that long, so you got to make sure that you get in the biggest bags possible. For you to sit back and act like you don't care about the money and you're okay with whatever your team negotiates, it's like, nah, bro. Like, I understand you're hiring people to perform a certain service for you and you should be able to trust them. Yeah, that's all good. You know what I mean? But it's almost like if you own a construction business, of course you got a manager there, you got a supervisor, whatever you want to call them. You got them guys there because you trust them to get shit done when you're not around. However, the boss does check out the construction site here and there. I mean, the boss is gonna stop by the site and see if everybody doing their motherfucking job. Because at the end of the day, if you run the shit and this is your company, you want to make sure you want to take it upon yourself to pop up and be like, yo, so what's going on? What we doing? For you to just stick at home and just hoping that your guys get the job done, that could come back and bite you in the ass, man. Because they could be doing a terrible job the whole time and you don't even know. So Vergil, I feel like his team has, been doing him a great disservice. Like, I really didn't understand his Xander Zayas situation. I know I keep bringing it up, but, bro, that was the opportunity. That was your moment, Vergil. You ain't had to fight no Erickson Lubin, bro. Nobody was calling for that fight. You feel me? Like, that Xander John was there for you, bro. You didn't even, like, your team was so hell-bent on you being in a 50-50 situation in a neutral location. Like, This shit's so frustrating, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this shit's so frustrating. Like, you would think that Vergil was the world champion. You would have thought Vergil was the world champion the way they, 50-50 and neutral location. Oh, no, we not doing it in Puerto Rico. Like, you would think Vergil and Xander are on the same level, and they not. That's what fucked me up. My boy Go787 said, notice how they got all type of excuses to face Bachram because Xander said they are scared to travel, and they don't even mention Fundora, and they pump faking boots. That's valid, bro. That's valid. But niggas want to criticize Boots. Oh, well, he had the opportunity to fight twice. Bro, the one time he was at 147 attempting to unify the division. You feel me? That was pre, that was before niggas started flaking on him. And he like, you know what? Let me move the fuck up because these niggas tripping. You feel me? Now, the other situation, I don't even recall. I could have sworn Vergil had a hand injury at the time. They said that he wouldn't be available till November, but Boots ended up locking in on October date just to get his feet wet at 154. They equated that to him being a duck somehow, or Boots not wanting to fight. But that's the thing, y'all motherfuckers dwelling in the past. He in front of you right now. He pulling up on you right now. He talking about he gonna beat your ass for what your team been talking right now. Motherfuckers talking about the past and shit to justify not fighting him now. Nah, bro, you ain't got nothing going on. You ain't got nothing going on. What Vergil got lined up right now? I'm hearing that the WBC gonna mandate him to fight Fundora. I don't know if that's true. That's what I heard. But that's something they should have been did for real. You know what I'm saying? Bachram fighting Josh Kelly, Xander and Barao, they fighting each other. They unifying. And Oscar is really using that A-side shit as a way to duck this whole situation. Like, I already see the play, bro. He gonna be playing hardball in negotiations, acting like things have to be this is his words. He said things have to be favorable for us and blah blah blah. So when motherfuckers say that, that means they pretty much want, they want everything they want going their way at the negotiation table. You feel what I mean? And it's like, yo, Vergil, you not nobody. You ain't no ticket selling ass nigga. You ain't nobody who, don't won titles in multiple divisions. You have yet to grab a world title, and you've explored 3 different weight classes already. And it looked like you struggle. You look like you're struggling a little bit to make 54. You feel me? So it's like, bro, what the fuck is we even talking about? Like, my boy YSM said he want the link, so let me go ahead and send that to him. My boy YSM want to speak his piece. Let's see. Shout out to YSM though. He one of very few people I know that, like, I know personally, that come through and support the channel. So salute to him. I really be doing this shit dolo. Let me see. Yeah, Fundora, yeah, he coming off a hand injury, but listening to his people, they still gonna give Thurman that opportunity. You already know that. And WBC gonna let him. They like, fuck it. They don't give a fuck. Like, they gonna like, bro, as long as y'all bring us back that money, it's cool. Like, WBC don't care. They be real lenient on the Mexicans, man. Dude, Charlo in Philly. Charlo not gonna come to no Philly, man, because in Charlo head, he still think he that dude.
Yo,
What's going on, brother?
I stayed in the crib tonight to watch the Eagles game. I'm glad I did it because I would have been asleep in the bar.
For real?
This was the most boringest game you ever come across. If anybody that's watching this shit crazy.
I don't even be watching all like that, but what happened?
It scored 10-7. And literally, they just started scoring points in the fourth quarter.
Oh, shit, I just checked. It's 10-7, and they got a minute left.
Yeah, top ass.
Shit, the Packers got the ball. Oh, they might get this shit. But yeah, my fault, bro. Go ahead.
Yo, no, I got an issue with boxing.
Okay.
My issue with boxing is lazy narratives, right? So it's this narrative that if somebody comes from another country, that they have a country behind them, or if they're from America but they're like Mexican American or Chinese American or something like that, that there's always another country behind them, and so they should be the A side, or yeah, that's a big fight because they got a country behind them. Just because you're Mexican does not mean that the Mexican people fuck with you. Correct. There are plenty of Mexican fighters.
Mexican Americans.
Yes, there are plenty of Mexican fighters nobody gives a fuck about.
Facts.
In my eyes, Vergil Ortiz is probably fifth as far as Mexican draws currently in boxing. Maybe sixth, maybe. And when I start naming them off, you'll get what I'm saying. You know, Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia, David Benavidez. You got Bam Rodriguez. You got Isaac Cruz. These are all people that historically have drawn more than a Vergil Ortiz. It's the truth. Like Vergil Ortiz is a guy that I think has, like, as far as like potential of being a draw, but he's not there yet. And Oscar De La Hoya is planting seeds for him to shift gears. Like the team is literally planting breadcrumbs, trying to prepare the public for why they want to go in a different direction. Correct. And here's the thing, though. You can't let them. You got to keep your foot on their neck. The reality is they painted a picture that Boots was a duck for a whole year.
Correct.
And while if it's me, I'm fighting Earl Spence over Boots. If I'm in charge of the business, any manager will tell you, coming off a 2.5-year layoff, vulnerable, come forward style, coming off of a brutal beating, 2 car crashes, a torn retina, big name. That's the fight you take. Business-wise, that's the fight you take. 35 years old, as opposed to a 28 years old, just moving to the weight class. Stylistically, a nightmare for you, right? He's not only going to make you miss, but he's going to hit you with some hot shit after he does it. To me, it's a no-brainer. But with it being a no-brainer business-wise, it's a fucking duck.
Right. But let me ask you this. Well, all of those reasons you just stated about Earl Spence, mid-30s, 2-year layoff, bad, last fight. Taking that all into consideration, and boxing fans knowing that, is like, what gives you reassurance that it's gonna sell? Is it because they just
I love my fans. I love boxing. Boxing fans are stupid. Boxing fans are stupid. Boxing fans are biased. And I'm saying that with no disrespect, but these motherfuckers finesse y'all on a daily basis, and you let them get away with it because you either like the guy comes from the city that you come from, he's the op of the fighter that you like, he's your race, etc. But boxing has been finessing boxing fans since the sport's inception, and damn sure since I've been a part of it.
Yeah. So I guess Vergil and Earl Spence wouldn't be doing. I mean, Vergil team. It looks like they trying to just do that.
Okay, all right, look at it this way, right? We're talking about Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia. Mario Barrios is coming off of 2 draws. Ryan Garcia he's coming off of being suspended for PEDs. He's coming off of a loss to Rolando Romero, and he's getting another title shot. Explain to me how that's a thing. Because they know boxing fans will buy it. If boxing fans actually put their fucking foot down and supported the guys who were actually giving the sports their all, then maybe boxing would be in a better place. But if you continue to do that's why Tank and Jake Paul even attempted to do that shit. Yeah. Because they know they can get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah. These boxing fans, it would be crazy as they'll complain, and then they'll still support the shit. So that really just be putting promoters. That just be letting the promoters know, like, that's why like some of these promoters be like, oh, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Mm-hmm. They'll say shit like that, but in they head, they like, we got your attention, so we know that even though we say this, you still gonna watch it.
Promoters and networks respond to the market. If you stop buying that bullshit, they'll stop selling it. They're in it to make money. So if they can't make some money on it, they won't do it.
Right.
And Oscar De La Hoya knows that in Dallas, Earl Spence, people are clamoring because Earl Spence is a big name. People are hot clamoring for his return to the boxing ring. Vergil Ortiz coming off a spectacular performance, contrast the race. In both of their hometown, everybody's going to come out. And that's why they're going to do it. Think about this. The fights that were supposed to be these huge mega fights, they're often the least competitive.
Yeah. Floyd Pack, Bud Spence. Yeah.
Floyd Pack, respectfully. If you knew boxing, you knew that wasn't going to be a competitive fight.
Correct. Yep. I think they just love the idea of Pacquiao beating Floyd, but they never took the time to break down their styles and see that Floyd really had his number.
So
the Eagles got the win. Okay.
Yeah. So if I watch you, see, but people be thinking with like biases, their heart and all that shit. So if I watch you get countered with a straight right in 4 Juan Manuel Marquez fights, 4. Now, Juan Manuel Marquez is 5'6" and is not a fast fighter. He's a timing fighter. So I'm supposed to think that you're going to go in there and beat somebody with like 5-inch longer reach, very, very quick twitch, fast, best defensive fighter that we've probably seen since a Sweet Pea or Willie Pep, something like that. And the dude got you about 3-4 inches, and he's a master at controlling distance. I'm supposed to think you can win that fight when you can't defend and you get countered all fucking day with Juan Marquez.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, that shit sold 4 million pay-per-view buys.
Yeah. So
had the whole world saying that he was scared of it.
When we knew that shit was cap. But what do you think about Dan Rayfield's reports?
I don't trust anything that Dan says when it comes to Boots. Dan Rayfield's had an axe to ground with Boots ever since he was proven wrong about Vergil versus Boots being done. Dan Rayfield gets his news from one side. So if it's 2 fighters, if it's Boots and somebody else, he'll get his news from the other side, but has no relationship with Boots and them. So I'm tired of these reporters. I'm tired of these promoters. I'm tired of these managers. And mind you, Rick Meridian is doing his fucking job. Rick Meridian's job.
I was gonna bring up that point too, because obviously I've I've helped manage pro fighters in boxing and shit like that. And I'm gonna just say this: manager's job is not to satisfy boxing fans. That's not their job. Their job is to make sure that their fighter is being put in the best situation financially as possible. Whether boxing fans agree or disagree with that, they could really care less. You know what I mean? Like if it's a situation where, you know, it's a heavily demanded fight and it's 5 million over here, and then, you know, it's like another fight that's not as demanded, but then you can make 8 million over here, where you think they're gonna go? Or if they can get the same amount of money for a less riskier fight, they're gonna do that.
All facts.
You know what I mean? And I've seen it happen time and time again. I seen my dad be the villain in a lot. I seen my pop be the villain behind a lot of shit. I'm that's gonna piss people off. My dad, like, I don't give a fuck. Like
that's his job.
My job ain't to satisfy nobody. You know, it's to make sure that I'm getting the best situation for my fighter. So yeah. I know that from direct experience. Like that, you know, Rick may be doing a hell of a job. What's his last name? Is it
Meridian?
Meridian. See, I was saying it wrong. I was saying Meridian. Meridian.
Yo, but here's the thing. The same motherfuckers that's sitting there watching us, same motherfuckers that call Boots a duck. Again, how many times have we been finessed into calling a fighter a duck?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yo, I never seen a dude come off a unifying a division, right? Going into a unification. Boxing fans say they want you to fight champions, right? They want to see the champions get in there and mix it up. Right. He's pursuing fights with the champions, still being called a duck, right? So he spent the whole year.
I'm calling Boots a duck. Oh, and them using that as like a scapegoat to avoid the fight now. Dodging it. You said they ducked the fight 2 times, and why would they give him an opportunity if he said no twice? What do you make of that when you hear Vergil's team say that?
That's your way of deflecting from what's really going on.
Right.
You know the reason why the fight didn't happen the first time. I mean, anybody with a brain. One dude was at 147 pounds. They asked him, first off, the February 22nd date was never meant for Boots. February 22nd date was meant for Vergil. They was trying to make Vergil versus Crawford. Crawford said no. Then they tried to make Vergil versus Fundora. Fundora said no. Boots had just fought in November. They approached him about a fight in December for a fight February 22nd.
Yeah,
in Saudi Arabia.
He was trying to catch Boots lacking.
So moving up in weight to a dude that's never won a world title and a dude who's not a draw and less popular than you are. Who would do that? While you still want to unify the division. But because the onus is on Boots to prove that he's what everybody says he is, boxing fans are going to hold his feet to the fire. But here's the truth. Vergil Ortiz has beaten some solid names, but all of them were vulnerable. Golden Boy has done an excellent job of matchmaking him. They put him against guys that people know. Guys who are dangerous to a point, but are vulnerable. How many times has Erickson Lubin been stopped?
Twice prior to the third, like the one on Saturday.
Okay.
All his losses been by knockout, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Was Mazuma coming off a loss?
Yes.
It was to Terrence Crawford. Good performance, but he was coming off of a loss.
Right.
Did Igor Skabaliauskas did he not get knocked out by Terrence Crawford?
Correct.
Did Maurice Hooker not get knocked out by Jose Ramirez? Did Sergey Boyachuk not get knocked out by Brandon Adams?
Just to lose to him again, yeah.
I can do this all day. They pick fighters who are dangerous but vulnerable. They have a puncher. So you know the name. The guy has some good performances, but he's also taking wear and tear. So when Vergil knocks him out, it's like, oh my God, look, look what he did. Yeah, he knocked out a guy that has been knocked out before. And while it's a good win, it's a good performance, there's a pattern with their matchmaking. They're trying to build a star, and boxing fans always fall for it.
And you know what kind of confirms that for me, Mil? Do you remember when Floyd Schofield had dropped them screenshots between him and Oscar? And they were pretty much saying, "Oh, let's get this Shakur fight." And Oscar was like, "No, no, we don't need that fight now. No, why fight Shakur when I could keep you undefeated for 10 years?" You
Yeah.
remember that shit? That's the program that they got over there at Golden Boy, man.
Yep.
That's the program that they got.
And wait, let's prove the program. Ryan Garcia has yet to fight for a real world title. Vergil Ortiz in his third division. Ryan Garcia is in his third division. Have yet to fight for a world title. William Zepeda just fought for a world title after his 32nd or 33rd fight? I'm just saying, Mark. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So we got Ree in the building. Shout out to my boy Ree. He said, Mark X, why SM Boo should take the Bachman fight over Verge because of the scare tactics. I mean, he asking you, so yeah, you can answer that.
See, the only issue with the Bachman fight in the winner of Xander and Baru is they're fighting in late January. And so they won't be available to fight till summertime. So it's a situation where do you wait till summer to get those guys? Or do you take a fight in the interim? The boxing fans, I'm gonna just shine some light on something real fast, right? Boxers hear everything you fucking say. You got some dudes that will respond on Twitter, Shakur Stevenson, and you got some dudes that will internalize it and use it for motivation. Jaron Ennis is a dude, he's like an elephant. He never forgets. So everything you say, if you say he's ducking this person, he's ducking that person, he's going to internalize it and he's going to take it out on said person. This is something that I said before.
He said that the Virgil face.
Yeah, but
I thought that shit was so sidebar. I thought that shit was so cold. Like that shit gave me. I ain't gonna lie. When he said that, and I went back and watched it because when I was watching it live, I didn't really take the time to really understand what Boots was saying. When he was doing that point and shit, and he was like, "I'm gonna make you pay for everything that they saying." I ain't gonna lie. I was like, "Damn, that shit was cold as fuck." I'm like, he dead serious.
Hey, Mark, it's something that I was telling people on the channel before he even said it, and I realized it. Sparring session. Not gonna say who. Undefeated kid. Supposedly the kid had talked about how he did good against Boots. You know, he was talking shit. He was saying, yeah, you know, he can't fuck with me. Right? This is 4 and 5 years in the past. Not now. This is probably like 6-7 years ago. Right? But that's what he was going around saying. And
this a Philly nigga?
Philly dude, yeah. And so that's what he was running around saying. I think they was young at the time, but that's what he was putting out into the ether.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
So the dude had came back to boxing off a little sabbatical, right? And was trying to get back in shape. And he hopped in there. And Boots was talking to Coach L and basically like, yo, you remember when that nigga said that? Watch this.
Shit.
Watch this. And so Bo has a code when, you know, it's tough for Boots to get work. So Bo be trying to tell him to take it easy on sparring partners. So he has a code to where as though something he'll shout out to like, yo, he was not listening. He was not listening. Commits to whooping this nigga's ass for 4 rounds. Did not care about nothing that was being said. So my point is, he means that shit. And so for all these YouTube channels that want to say, oh, he's ducking this person, he's scared of this person and this and that, you don't have to bleed for them. You like these fighters, you're going to get these fighters hurt. Y'all can say, I'm glazing, I'm Dickie, I've seen too much. Mark's seen too much. You're dealing with a different kind of human being, yo.
They don't be understanding when I be saying that shit, bro. They really don't be getting where I be coming from. But yeah, we seen that shit, bro. That shit gonna be bad. And did you see that what's that show they got Inside the Ring with Max Kellerman and all them?
Inside the Ring with Max. Oh yeah, with Ryan Garcia and all them dudes.
Yeah, but they seem like they change their panel up sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can actually pull this shit up. I want to.
It's like Shady McCoy and all them.
Yeah, which I'm kind of confused why he's on there, but
I don't know. Maybe they wanted a casual.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here it is right here. So I'm gonna actually play this. I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna play this real quick. I want to get your reaction to this because I'm probably thinking that you didn't see this. Where is that? Where is that? All right, right here. So this is Shady McCoy talking. You can tell he nice and retired too. But let's go ahead and play what Shady had to say.
I think if I had to make a favorite, right, I would say Vergil, just because Vergil has fought the better competition, right, and he's beat him, right. So I would go with Vergil.
Ortiz probably should be favored just because we haven't seen Boots in their real competition yet. But that's what we're fiending for.
Right.
And this is the fight that needs to happen there. You know what I mean? Just to make sure that we know that's the guy that we believe that he is.
I think Boots
should
probably be favored based on the history of boxing, which is if it looks like a well-matched fight, the longer guy with the better defense or who plays defense more usually has the advantage there. Because when you have the reach and you have the height, you don't have to take as many risks, and you can capitalize on the other guy's mistakes when he winds up taking the risks. Not that it's always the most fan-friendly, though Boots can be fan-friendly.
Yes.
The idea, though, that Boots is this superstar in the making, I don't know.
All right. Did you hear that, Jamil?
I think this is the reason why guys like Manny Pacquiao achieve superstar status.
Yeah.
Because, and I think Manny Pacquiao is an all-time great, but I don't think he would have been a superstar without
Floyd.
People thinking that he was a rival to Floyd Mayweather.
Yep.
And Max Kellerman was one of those guys.
I think that's what really made Pacquiao shoot the superstardom. I think that shit all came off of the strength of Floyd. For real, for real. But what was it that you said, Adon?
Teach. Here's the thing, yo. You get what people consider a good fight. Here's the problem with what's going on. What people consider good competition for Vergil, they don't consider good competition for Boots. They have different standards and practices for different guys. Let me explain. So if Boots fought Maurice Hooker, would they be saying that was a good win? Or would they be saying you beat another 140 pounder? Because let me put it in perspective. Maurice Hooker had two losses and 3 draws when Vergil fought him. But meanwhile, Boots beat Sergey Lipinets, who only lost to Mikey Garcia, and people don't even give him credit for that win. So when you talk about Vergil's resume, if we go through that shit with a fine-tooth comb, we'll show you a comparable fighter that Boots have fought, but people don't give him credit because they think Boots is just so much better than everybody that if it's not a super elite guy, then you beat a bum.
Right. And to touch on Andre Ward's take, I did understand where he was coming from in terms of not wanting to burn yourself out in the gym. I understood that. But I do think that he's not really tapped in with Boots all like that. Because I remember when Boots was, like early in his career, he'll fight on, and I'm sure you remember, he'll fight on Saturday, be in the gym on Monday. You could confirm this for me. Hasn't that changed for Boots? Isn't Boots like prioritizing rest now?
Yeah, I would feel like he's prioritizing rest more. Maybe not after the Lima fight per se, but yeah.
Right, because I remember Boots saying personally, like after this was like I forgot who he had just beat. I think I had seen him like right after he beat Romain Villa. who was it that it was one of those. It was one of those fights. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna take like a week off, chill, come back. And I was like, that's new. Cause I remember like I remember one time I think he fought like 8 times in 1 year. So I was like, yeah, I understood where Andre Ward was coming from, but I think that he's talking about, the younger Boots when he was coming up. I do think that Boots does prioritize his rest now. But it was some good game. Like, yo, you don't want to leave your fight in the gym, and then when it's time for you to face these elite level guys, you know what I mean? You left all your fight in the gym. Like, so you got to have a balance between recovery and training. I understand that. But what kind of made me not look at Andre Ward a certain way, but I'm like, come on, bro, is when he was talking about like, oh, he hasn't faced anybody elite yet. See, this is the thing. Like, Andre Ward has this thing where like he's a loyal dude, right? And it's clear to see who he fucks with and who he keep at a distance. Like he might put some respect on their name, but he don't really go out his way to have a relationship with those guys. Him and Terrence Crawford have a great relationship, and I've seen him on multiple occasions go out of his way to defend Terrence Crawford whenever whenever Terrence Crawford has some type of criticism going his way, regardless of what it is. And he'll be like, yo, you know what I mean? They saying that this guy that Bud fought was a bum, and this guy he fought was a bum, but this guy was an Olympian. This guy ain't never been beat. But he defends those guys that are criticized on his resume. But then when it comes to Jaron Ennis, he just writes them off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he gives Terrence Crawford the benefit of the doubt, you know what I mean, that adds context to his resume. But when it comes to somebody he doesn't have that great of a relationship with, he's not doing the same. You feel me? So it's like Andre Ward be talking about people being biased and like he talks about the media being biased and shit like that, but you're literally a part of the media now. Regardless of your boxing experience, you are a part of the media. And you're literally doing the same thing that you've criticized media for in the past. That's just my opinion. You see what I mean? So it's like you go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish, bro.
No, you literally are becoming you're becoming that person that you hated while you was an active fighter. That's what I noticed.
Andre Ward is my favorite fighter. So naturally, I'm biased towards Andre Ward. A lot of people don't know that he's my favorite fighter of all time.
That's dope. He's my top 5 all time.
But I completely agree with you. People use nuance when it's convenient. And people use nuance. Andre Ward use nuance on guys who's in a circle. And guys who are not in his circle, I'm going to say he's devoid of it. Right? So to say that Boots,
he's what?
He's devoid of it.
Oh, devoid of it. Okay.
Yeah. So here's my only issue with the resume talk. All right. So his argument was when Boots can get away with certain stuff with certain dudes, but that might not work with the top echelon of dudes, and he doesn't want Boots to build these bad habits, which is all good shit. As a Hall of Fame boxer, you recognize that could be a detriment to him going forward. Did you have the same worry about Terrence Crawford? That's my thing. Terrence Crawford wasn't facing the best guys, and the shit that he was getting away with against Mean Machine, you can see against Spence and Canelo, he tightened that shit up.
Right.
And my thing is, did you have that conversation? Did you put that out in the ether? If you didn't, then we can all scrutinize you. We can all scrutinize your opinion because you're picking and choosing when you want that logic to apply. All I ask is for consistency with any and everybody.
That's my point.
I try to be as consistent as possible. I'm a business first guy. Your father actually was one of the guys that helped me understand the business of boxing. I'm a business first guy and damn near everything. And so I'm going to assess it. Does this make business sense? If I was Vergil Ortiz, I would fight Earl Spence because it's what's best for business.
Right.
So the two things can be true. You're a fucking duck if you do that, and it's the most logical business move. I could easily just be like, "Oh, you're a fucking duck, and do 100 fucking videos about it. No, I'm gonna keep this shit a beam, even if I'm considered to be on the other side. No, logically speaking, you should do that because that kid is going to hurt you, and he likes hurting people. He enjoys it. All that smiling, all that all shuck shit. You know, sometimes, you know, when he's stuttering, he seems like he's unsure of himself. No, he likes to hurt people.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Jaron Ennis, and speaking about the business approach, let's say, not to be a pessimist, but you know these things can happen. That is a
Wait. Can I address something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Golden State Highway. What best guys was Crawford talking? What best guys was he fighting? Raymond Beltran, that was a best guy. Thomas Delorme, that was a best guy. Hank Lundy, that was a best guy. Felix Diaz, that was the best guy. Deary Jean, that was the best guy. John Molina, that was the best guy. Now, mind you, I'm not saying Terrence Crawford's resume is shitty. What I'm saying is he wasn't facing elite level fighters at that time. And the same logic that Ward applied to Boots can be applied to him. But when going through Crawford's resume, he's going to use context and nuance to show you that these guys were dangerous. When it came to Boots, he made a sweeping generalization that said, oh, he ain't faced an elite level guy yet. And because it's Andre Ward, everybody is going to run with that rhetoric.
Right. Yeah, I mean that was the main thing. Like I love Andre Ward.
Yo,
I do think
Golden Highway didn't even catch what the fuck I said, right? We were talking about pre-Spence.
Right.
he literally made the bones of his resume with Sean Porter, Spence, Canelo within the last 4 years. And what about the previous 8-9 years? Golden Highway, I feel like you wanna have an argument because you're a Crawford fan, but really listen to what I'm saying.
Right. Don't get emotional. Just listen to what he got to say. Challenge the argument, not the person. This nigga said Gamboa.
Respectfully, Gamboa, really, really good win. 126 pound that moved up to 35. And mind you, I give him credit for the win. But what did Andre Ward say? Shit that you're getting away with. With this guy, you might not be able to get away with that guy. So Crawford, you fighting a dude that's 4 and 5 inches that you're taller than. You're the naturally bigger man. You're going to be able to get away with pulling straight out because the guy can't reach you. And that was a habit that Terrence Crawford had for the better part of his career, pulling out with his hands down. He ended up getting caught with Gamboa.
He got hurt too.
But it's the smaller man. He's not going to be able to hurt you. Now, when Terrence Crawford goes to pull back, a lot of times he's holding the phone. When he goes to pull back and turning out, he's holding the phone against a Canelo, against a Earl Spence. And that just goes to show you that just because I'm in there with guys I know that can't fuck with me, doesn't mean that I'll carry that habit over when I know that this guy's dangerous.
What? Eugene, he was saying that Earl Spence, Sean Porter, and Canelo make the bones of his resume, meaning those are the wins that stand out above all the other ones. Like those, and that all happened within the last 4 years. That's a valid statement.
Yo, you can't when people are
that's a valid statement. Like
when people are deep-rooted fans,
was the ones that stood out. What stand out more than those wins on Crawford resume? It definitely ain't Postal, and it definitely ain't Gamboa.
They see in their mind, they're just hearing criticism. And it's not criticism. I'm pointing out that the situations parallel each other.
Right. Like
when Crawford got in there with with those guys that people consider elite. Because you're going to tell me that he faced this great opposition, then why were you complaining about him not being able to get the fights?
This dude he don't hear you, bro. He don't hear you. He trying to argue.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's really so simple.
But yo, we're not even going to see now. We're dealing with emotions. We're not even going to deal with that because they're the same. They'll be the same guys that said, "Oh, all these fighters duck Bud at 147 pounds," and that's why his resume wasn't as good as it should have been. That's why he didn't get his credit. But then will argue me when I say that it parallels, because if he's in there with guys that people don't consider elite, and he's able to do certain things and get away with certain things, like Andre Ward is saying with Boots, it's literally the same thing. But when Crawford got in there with the guys that people considered elite, he didn't carry those same habits. He adjusted to the level of his competition.
Correct. So this is the question I actually wanted to ask you, but I'm a tap in with the nation. Sean Terrence said, Jamil, you seen Norman say that Boots beats Vergil? I didn't see that personally. I didn't see that. But
he said who?
He said that I don't know if he's referring to junior or senior, but Sean Terrence says you seen Norman say that Boots beats Vergil.
No, but I mean, of course that's his opinion. We share that same opinion, but I don't, if he said he didn't, I wouldn't jump on him because of it, because at the same time, like it's fights. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because I think Boots will win, that don't mean Boots will win. Just because Norman say, Boots will win, that doesn't mean he'll win. But I think that we all see the same things. The things that Boots will be successful on.
Yeah. He said, then he said that Boots doesn't have power. He told me that shit on my channel. I was like, oh, this motherfucker lost his mind. I would never understand that.
I mean, that's his opinion, but has he been hit?
Oh my God. Let's see. So what I wanted to ask you before, we end up wrapping up this live and shit, since you said that your approach is business first, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm not. I actually want to be optimistic about the possibility of Vergil and Boots fighting, but there may be something that comes up that makes Vergil go in a different direction, right? Because we see that Boots is very excited about making that fight happen. I don't think he would go anywhere else besides that fight as of right now. Let's say that fight falls out for Boots. What do you think is a great business move for Boots moving forward if he can't get the Vergil fight?
That's a bit layered.
Okay.
Because it just depends on what you value. He's in a funny position because he's looked at. It's like, all right, when you look at Terrence Crawford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Crawford, I feel like, faced a bunch of unnecessary criticism. It's because now you got to prove how good you are every time out, and you're scrutinized for every performance and every opponent. Like they'll tell you, oh yeah, prove yourself at 147, fight Amir Khan. And then when you beat Amir Khan, it's like, okay, well, but Amir Khan is a bum. Like, you got to fight. Why don't you fight Kell Brook? Why are you worried about Spence? Fight Kell Brook. He stopped Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit there and wait for the winner of a Boss Baru and Xander Zayas, or Josh Kelly and Barker Zayas, but you'll be waiting until summertime. Or you can take Andres Carterakis, a Brandon Adams, a Brian Mendoza. And that's if Charlo don't want to fuck with you or not. You could take one of those guys as a stay busy fight, whereas though you stay active and you pick up another paycheck. But then you're going to get your detractors criticizing you because, oh, look, he fighting another no-name guy. When the reality is the dude who is available don't want to fight, and nobody else is available of note. So you're in this funny spot where if I stay active, I'm going to hear people's mouths and bullshit, but I get paid again and I stay sharp. Or I have to sit out and wait, but I get a unification bout or a title bout against somebody that people feel like is of note. One thing I want to highlight is, you notice how nobody's complaining about Xander fighting Baru? And nobody's complaining about Bachman fighting Josh Kelly? But when Boots was in conversations of possibly fighting those guys, they said they go Boots picking on the weakest link or Boots cherry picking.
Right. I don't understand the criticism for Boots taking the Barao fight though.
It was criticism. Oh, there you go, trying to get the weakest link.
I've seen that, but I'm saying I don't understand it. Because it's like, I mean, regardless of how you feel about him, he world champ. So it's like, belts don't matter now? Becoming world champion don't matter now? We gonna criticize somebody moving up and weight to face another champion?
Yes. It depending on who the person is. Bud moved up and fight Jeff Horn. He got criticism.
Yeah. I remember that.
This is boxing, man. Boxing is weird, yo. Different strokes for different folks.
Why isn't Bakram and Fundora unifying Bella? You should know that answer. Fundora got a whole different program going on over there, bro. Let me see. Do Reese says X, Y, or some of Jermel would take the fight? I mean, how would he know? I mean, you can answer it, but
I don't know.
That's the thing. Like Jermel, he be popping it though. He's like, come on, man. You used to fight on my undercards, nigga. You know how I give it up, man. Like I'm him. It's like Jermel, the whole since you've been gone, 154 done pulled up with a whole different set of people. You keep trying to push this thing where, and you know, technically, I guess you can make a case that Jermell Charlo is the man, right? Because nobody ever took his titles from him. He lost them after he did the Canelo Alvarez fight, but nonetheless, you took the Canelo Alvarez fight, and you know you left the block, and then when you came back to try to take it over, or you came to check in on the block to see where your money at, it's new dudes that done took over the block. So now you gotta go through the whole process again and trying to get your block back. You see what I'm saying? So you can't, like, do we respect what you did? Absolutely. You became undisputed. You did some phenomenal shit. You know, beating Brian Castano, beating Tony Harrison, avenging a loss against Tony Harrison. You know, you beat some quality opponents. But at the same time, it's like, because you decided to take that payday and fucking sat down for a check, basically, you gotta start right back down from the bottom. You got to start right back down from the bottom and prove yourself once again if you're capable of doing so.
I don't agree with the starting back at the bottom, but you didn't beat none of these young bulls,
right?
So, and that's the thing.
And what I mean by starting back from the bottom is if you're looking to become undisputed, you got to go back to getting one belt at a time.
True.
That's what I mean, like restarting the whole process. If this opportunity's there, get that one. If you're able to get this one, get that one. Like you got to go back on that mission that you accomplished some years back.
I mean, Ghost is saying that Xander's facing criticism. Bro, I haven't heard Xander face any criticism, but if he is, I think people are stupid. Because what other fight do you want from him? So I shouldn't unify the division? I mean, would I love to see him fight Boots? Yeah. Would I like to see him fight Vergil? Yeah, but I can't tell you to not fight a champion, to fight a challenger. I can't criticize you for that.
Right. He not gonna get no criticism over here because we love them type of fights.
And wait, as far as he said on Vergil not taking a chance in Puerto Rico. All right, so two things could be true, right? if I was Vergil, I would not face Xander in Puerto Rico. I think I would wait and fight Xander in a neutral site. But at the same time, dudes like Boots and dudes like Xander can look at you like, my nigga, this your third division. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got motion in that regards. Xander about to be a unified champion at 23 years old if he wins. And you are a 3-division contender. What Xander called him, a 27-year-old prospect? Now, I'm not calling him that. But what I'm saying is,
a 3-division contender.
you're a 3-division contender. So, you sitting there, you popping this A-side big boy shit to dudes who have cemented themselves in
That's
history.
exactly what I was saying. That's what frustrated me more than anything. Like you over here trying to tell Xander what to do as if, you know what I mean? He got to kiss your ass in order to get a fight. That nigga don't got to over backwards for you.
But that's the rhetoric that they're spewing, and you boxing fans gotta stop them. And I'm looking at the comments, and I feel like y'all doing a great job. You boxing fans gotta stop them, because if you let them play these A-side games, if you let them play it, then they'll carry it that way. Dudes like Boots, dudes like Xander need to put these niggas in their place. Like, who are you? Like, we can go ahead and get a deal done. We can make a fight, but who the fuck are you? You walking around like you Canelo Alvarez. That's not your line.
Right. And like when De La Hoya, that was real disappointing. Like De La Hoya took all the buzz like out that fight when he was talking about all the cards. You know, Vergil holds all the cards. You know, negotiations have to be favorable for us, and all this crazy shit. It's like, bro,
you see what I mean? Golden, you gotta understand, dudes like Golden, they the problem in boxing. So you can already hear him. He's a hater. We're talking about real. You talking about a guy that came in your ring with a hoodie on in your hometown, and he pulled up with a hoodie and some sunglasses and pressed you in front of your family, your friends.
Nigga said, "I'm gonna make all y'all pay."
Told you he was gonna make you pay, and you said, "Okay, well, is that a yes?" And then he said, "Yeah," and then you turn around 10 minutes later, you and your team's talking this Earl Spence shit. But Golden don't want to highlight that because he has an issue with Boots, and this is the problem with the modern day boxing fan. Once he got a favorite fighter, and it clearly is Bud, right? But he feel like the other dudes that are in conversations with fighting Buds, they're ops. And he got to treat them like ops instead of you enjoying the sport. What you said, what did Boots do? Unified lineal champion. What did Vergil do? Tell me that. What did Vergil do?
I was trying to find some black shades. I couldn't find them. Sorry.
So that's what we're going to do. You tell me, I said unified lineal champion. When you look up the welterweight champion. Oh, so no. Golden, you wanted him to move up and fight a challenger in another division instead of unified. Yeah, you was wrong with boxing, brother.
Fact. Like,
but then we'll preach why Terrence Crawford is the GOAT because of all his undisputed runs. So explain the logic in that.
there ain't none.
Hey yo, fellas, we ain't responding to Golden State right now, yo. He got to sit and simmer on that, man. He got to sit and simmer on that. We back to boxing, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, he declined the offer.
Are you Victor Ortiz, Dad? I mean,
Yeah.
Vergil Ortiz.
That's Vergil Pop, man.
That's Vergil Senior right there.
Yo,
Just
wait,
come on.
no, yo. So I shouldn't unify the division. I should move up and weight and fight a challenger on short notice. That's what I should do, right? No, fuck unifying and becoming lineal. That's the move. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Shut your dumb ass up, Golden. You high and sleepy.
That nigga said, "Who Boots beat the Unified? The nigga that Vergil was supposed to fight, but he couldn't make weight."
Come on, cuz. Come on,
The
cuz.
nigga Vergil couldn't make weight for.
Come on, cuz. Hey, Sean Terrence, he had fucking Stanionis stalled out. Stanionis almost went broke fucking around with this nigga. I'm giving out real life shit. We did an interview with him. He was fucking popped, yo.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He was fucking popped.
He admitted that, right?
Yeah.
I remember that shit. I couldn't believe he said that.
Yo, Stanionis gives it up though. Like he keeps shit a bean, but he fucking around with Vergil Ortiz. He didn't fight for almost 2 years. The first time it was postponed because he had appendicitis. Then the second and third time was his rhabdo.
Right. Damn. Yeah, Vergil was supposed to fight Stanionis like 3 times. Facts. Well, this nigga said Karen beat the brakes off Boots already. Yo, somebody kick this nigga out, bro. Somebody pack him, bro, with the quickness. Who gonna do it first? Karen beat the brakes off Boot. This nigga smoke rocks, bro. I cannot
Again, but this is how Oscar De La Hoya and guys like this are able to get this off. Because you got fans that's so deep entrenched in their hate that they won't even acknowledge the bullshit. Yo, there's a guy that's on my channel consistently. His name is Darren Collins Jr. He's the biggest Jaron and this hater on planet Earth. Do you know what kind of world we living in when the biggest Jaron and this hater on Earth is saying that Vergil Ortiz is ducking? That Vergil Ortiz fighting Spence is ridiculous?
Yeah. If a hater stand up for you, something wrong. Something wrong. If the hater standing up for you, oh man, that's definitely a bad jump. But you know that the Vergil always seems to have some type of excuse whenever it comes to like, you know, a championship fight happening. It's like them motherfuckers really, or that Vergil really sat up at that post-fight press conference talking about, I want all the belts. Like, nigga, no, you don't. No, you don't, because if you did, you would have took the steps necessary to get these fights. With that Xander John, bro, he should have just did what a lot of other guys had to do. Go over to that man home country and beat him.
Wait, I got one for you. For the guys that's saying that Boots ducked Vergil by not moving up and fighting him. Well, then Vergil ducked Xander and he ducked Bakram. Fair?
Right.
They were in this division. Xander accepted the fight. He chose to fight Madrimov. And now you want to dictate terms to Xander, right? Well, you turn me down. Isn't that the logic that you're giving? Oh, well, you turn me down. So now you got to come to the crib.
You know another thing. The other thing I found weird, and you can answer this because you educated on the business of boxing. When you're the A side, aren't you the one that sends the offer 9 times out of 10?
Yes, and that shows you that he's not the A side.
Right. So why are they pushing this A side narrative than telling Booth and them, oh, if you ain't offering, if you're not giving us 7 zeros, then we're not even gonna look at it. So you want Booth to send you the offer, but y'all the A side.
Because he wants to go in another direction. And he's looking for a justification. Everything moves off of PR and backlash as far as with the moves that you make in boxing. And he's like, they're setting the play up because they've made their bones off of Jaron and this being scared of him for this past year. And then now when a dude presses you, and literally he lost the streets in 1 week. I've never seen a big turnaround like this. Even Boots' turnaround was slower than this. Dudes, like everybody's calling, I would say 80% of boxing fans, 80% of your average boxing fan is calling him a duck right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's scared. I just think that his people recognize that they could make a bit more money before putting them in there in such a risky fight.
Yeah, it was. what's stupid on their part is, you know, realizing that yet in the whole lead up to the fight, y'all niggas talking about Boots. You know what I'm saying? Or making it seem like Boots is avoiding y'all. So y'all motherfuckers poking the bear, and now motherfuckers want to come out and play. Now you talking about fighting other people. I don't care what anybody says. Bro, if a motherfucker saying I don't care what anybody says, is because he knows what he's about to say. He's about to be some fuck shit.
But Vergil already prepped you when he made that post about the boxing fan talking shit in his DM, telling him to die. And he was like, I'm gonna always do what's best for me. They've been prepping you for this move.
Yeah. And Vergil dad, he prepped us like 24 hours before the fight.
Yeah.
Boots has to earn his way. Earn his way to who? Y'all on the same fucking level. What you did in 4 fights, Boots was able to do and won. What belt does Boots have? He has the WBA. What's that? The interim or the regular?
Yeah. So at 154, y'all on the same level. But boxing careers, you're not on the same level.
Overall, he's above you.
Yes. But if you allow them to play the Jedi mind trick on you, they'll get away with it. We got to start holding motherfuckers accountable. Yo, yes, it's the right business move to make, but you're still a fucking duck. So we can say, good job, Rick Meridian, if you get him to Spence fight. But y'all duck Boots. 2 things can be true. And I tell you this, they better not let Poppy Bull get that second belt. Because
that's a chess move.
Where Boots is somewhat diplomatic, the way Xander be talking to him, the way Xander be talking to Vergil, I never ever heard Xander get out of character like that, bro.
Never.
Like Xander, like if he lets Xander unify the divisions, Xander's going to start talking to Vergil about himself in the third person. He was like, man, if you want to fight Xander, man, you're gonna have to come to Xander's hometown. That's what you got to do.
Xander how the Rock be doing.
Yeah, Xander don't fight prospects. Xander only fights champions. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Xander says if you want to fight, you got to come to Puerto Rico. I would, bro. I swear to God, if I was Xander, I would just do that every time. You want to fight? Come to Puerto Rico. I would do that every time.
Yo. Yeah, they were like, yeah, Vergil Ortiz said Xander's gonna be like, who? Hit. What belt he won? What like only talk to me about dudes that's won belts, right?
He got a belt.
Yeah. Like, yo, wait. Stanionis said he coming to 54? Cool. He when he a champion? Yeah. We can talk about Stanionis, man. We can talk about these other champions.
Oh, maybe Stanionis move up and he get the Xander shot before Vergil. Bro, that would be fucking hilarious, bro. That would be fucking hilarious. If Stanionis gets the shot before Vergil ain't got nobody to blame but his team, though, and himself, because I remember he did that interview with Ak and Barack or whatever. I always forget that one dude's name. I think it's Barack, right?
Yeah, Ak and Barack.
So I remember they was like talking, they was kind of pocket watching, it is what it is. But he was like, oh man, I don't like pretty much said I'm pretty hands off with the business, man. I just let them do what they do and I just fight. I was like, what? So you don't be caring about what you getting paid. You don't be caring about who you fighting. Like you literally let these dudes have full control over your career. And then you get mad that people criticize you because you being hands off with your career. Like I really feel like Vergil need to be more hands on. You know what I mean? And stop letting them influence what the fuck he got going on. Like if you want this fight, how you make it seem, gotta tell them, yo, like I appreciate what y'all doing for me, but this what we gonna do. So let's get this in motion. Plenty of fighters have done this in the past. You know what I'm saying?
I know this though. The worst possible scenario for Vergil is if Baru loses, Xander unifies the division, and then that mega fight happens in the Garden, Puerto Rican Day weekend. Because all the juice, all the leverage is going to be lost. Of course, I got Boots beating Xander, but whoever wins that fight, is going to take Vergil out to the woodshed negotiations.
Bro, if that shit was to happen, if there was a unification fight going down in New York, Puerto Rican Day weekend, oh, motherfuckers gonna be mad at me. Motherfuckers gonna be mad at me, boy. Like, ain't you Puerto Rican? I'm gonna be in there with the brightest Jaron Ennis hoodie on. Got me fucked up. I'm gonna be in there. Niggas gonna be mad, boy. Yo, yeah, Vergil gonna be punching the air if he see that shit. Let me see. It says one Zayas and Barao unified. One will be the Super WBA and Boots will be regular, I think. I don't know, bro. That should be throwing me off. I'll be feeling like I know how the way these sanctioning bodies move. Then they do some shit that make me question all of it.
Yeah, so he is right. Because they can only be a super champion during the year. You only can become a super champion with the WBA if you unify. But at the same time, watch out for them ordering Jaron Ennis to face the winner at the WBA convention in December.
Ooh. I think at that moment, I think Xander gonna move up.
I mean, that could happen, but then that'll make things even worse for Vergil. Because now he keeps his O and he unified the division. You ain't gonna be able to talk. Like when you go up to 60 and you try to get that fight, oh bro. That like my nigga, that fight gonna be in Xander's backyard.
Yeah.
Xander's mom gonna be the referee. Xander's mom gonna be the referee. Cotto Trinidad,
And Gomez.
and Wilfredo Gomez is gonna be the judges. Timekeeper Rosie Perez.
Yo, his mom gonna be the ref is fucking hilarious. Yo, judges gonna be Puerto Rican fat. They gonna have Vergil wearing Puerto Rican gloves in that joint too,
Bro.
Yeah, shit gonna be in Xander kitchen.
Bro, it's gonna listen, man. Listen. Bob gonna give Oscar nosebleed seats. Like shit gonna be lit.
Vergil gonna sing the Puerto Rican anthem.
Oh yeah.
Sing the anthem, Vergil.
Oh yeah.
Did you memorize it, Vergil? You know it's in our contract. Yo, that's hilarious.
He going. I can already see how Young Boy carrying it, bro. When he called him a 27-year-old prospect, I said, "Oh,
that was some cool shit."
I said, "Oh, he on bullshit." You feel me? Like he
and after he won the title, he was like, "Yo, talk to me when you win a world title."
Bro, listen. He my spirit animal when it comes to Vergil, yo. He just say whatever he feels. I said, man, I don't even know why we having this conversation, man.
That's not even something Xander wants. Xander doing bigger fights. Yo, that's hilarious. Let me see. I think Zayas is going to unify and go up. Dude, way too big for 54. That last weigh-in looked like a little struggle, though, for sure. And that episode that Xander had, he said, I just got to make sure I'm making weight. Like, he kept emphasizing that. I'm like, yo, this nigga Xander sound a bit concerned. Then I seen him at the weigh-in, and I'm like, yeah, this weight getting a little hard to make for sure.
He a big-ass young boy, yo.
He really is. The motherfucker just keep growing. I don't understand.
Yeah, but remember, when he turned, he was fucking 17.
Yeah.
So he's 17 fighting 47. You already know he would have spent like 2 more years in the amateurs. And he probably would have turned and had a couple fights at 47, but then would have, been fighting at 49, 50, and then eventually moving up to 54.
Yeah. For sure. But I appreciate you, Mill, man. You got any last words for the people?
Man, let's hold these dudes accountable, man. Hold them accountable. Keep their foot on your neck so we can get the fights that we want. It's that simple. And I'm not saying that this dude is scared or nothing like that, because I don't believe that. But I believe the powers that be finesse the public into thinking that one fighter was scared or ducking the other fighter. And now you got a chance to see when dudes came face to face, their energy changed. The internet is not a real place, but in that ring was real. Rick Meridian responded to what Boots said on Instagram. He was right in front of you. Could have said it then.
He didn't say a single word.
He didn't say nothing.
Huh?
I said he didn't say a damn thing.
He did, him or his pop.
Till they got on the internet, and then now all of a sudden you want to talk or address him. You should have done it then.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say, bro.
Oh, all right, man. I appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh man,
I appreciate your perspective, brother.
appreciate you. I'm fucking washing dishes.
Gotta do what we gotta do. I got a dishwasher and still be washing my own dishes. Shit crazy. But let's see. But all right, brother, I'll talk to you, man.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Let's see. Shout out to my boy Jamil. Yo, Boots definitely did, bro. This nigga pointed at every single one. He's saying, "Oh, y'all." I don't know why, bro, but like people be thinking, "Oh, Boots not a good trash talker." Boots is holding back, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Boots can talk shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, like I've heard him. He could talk shit, and he's actually pretty fucking funny. But what y'all see on camera is not who he really is. I'm telling you. And I heard the reasons why, he's like reserved and not really opening up. It's really like a respect thing for his people. I'm not gonna get into specifics, but yeah. But hold on, I seen that Jalil, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. I seen that Slime had sent me a cash app. I know I'm well overdue on this, but he sent a $1 super chat just to say, I don't know if Coffee Plan's still in the building, but he says coffee is a whore. So Coffee Plan, if you're in the building, Slime sent me $1 just to say that about you, brother. That's Slime for you, though. That's Slime for you. He said, I'm going to slap the shit out of Vergil. Nigga, what? This nigga said he gonna slap Vergil Pop. Like, nigga, what's wrong with you, bro? Yo, I don't know why that was so funny, bro. That's just that sounds like some Philly shit for real, for real. But niggas getting me I ain't gonna lie, they be getting me mad too, bro. I be trying to chill though. Cause I'll be ready to pull up these niggas' numbers and be like, yo, what the fuck is y'all niggas? You know what? Am I on to something? Do I have to pull up people's numbers, man? Do I have to do that, man? Let me know in the comments. I was thinking about doing it, but I didn't want to do that while Jamil was on here. Cause he got a brand and all that. You feel me? I ain't trying to attach him to none of that. But you don't got his number, cuz. You ain't got his number. Get me on the phone with Oscar. Oscar's number will probably be a little hard to get. He probably changes his number regularly. But shit, my phone about to check. Hold up, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I got y'all. He said, pull up Vergil senior number. That's a bet. All right, let's do it. The threats I'm gonna say on the phone gonna get Boots to fight tomorrow. Yo, this nigga is crazy. Vergil Ortiz. We gonna say Dallas, Texas. Is this Vergil right here? 45 years old. Vergil like 27. So what the nah, that can't be him. This can't be him. Wait, this is him. Oh, this is him. Hold up. I might have Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s number. Oh man. Yeah. Oh shit. I think they just gave me the wrong info. I think they done gave me the wrong info, ladies and gentlemen. This could possibly be an old number. I don't want to get y'all hopes up. 284 7320. Hey.
Your call has been forwarded to an.
Oh no, nigga, don't be having your phone on do not disturb, nigga. We don't do that over here.
Your call has been.
Okay. That's what we doing, motherfuckers. Let me see something. Oh, I think this is a valid number. Oh, and it delivered. Oh man, I think niggas done fucked up. I'm gonna keep it a bean. But this is either Vergil Jr. or Senior's number. I don't know which one it is. I might just call his brother. But they all wait. All their names is tied to the same number, man. Let me see something. Let me try something real quick. Them niggas, if it's Senior, put me on the phone. Yo, hold up. Yo, nigga is scary.
Please leave your message for 214.
Man, these niggas pussy. That's all I know. Don't nobody ever want to listen. And don't nobody ever want to get back with me. I'm texting them too. Like I'm texting them. I'm really out here trying to get to the bottom of this shit. You know what I mean? Nigga said leave a message. That's crazy. Nigga said leave a message. What, yo? Nigga, I'm ready to. Nah, nigga. Oh shit. Hold up. I got a response. I said, do I have the right number? Is this Vergil? What? HNN, bro. What the fuck that mean? He said, no, Brody, that's not Vergil. So who you done, nigga? I said, damn, that wasn't what I was told. You Vergil people? Got it. Punk ass nigga. Why he ain't answer if I asked if he Vergil people or not? Yo.
Hey, Brody. I don't know who that is, cuz.
Damn, you don't know who Vergil is?
Nah, man, you stay in, what, Philadelphia, dude?
Yeah, cuz.
Man, I stay in Texas, Brody.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a little Vergil in Texas.
Oh, shit. I don't know who Brody is there.
You don't know Vergil Ortiz?
Vergil Ortiz, what he look like?
He a boxer.
Oh, hell nah.
Nah, you don't know Vergil. Damn, you from Texas and you don't know Vergil?
Nah.
Damn. You know Earl Spence?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Oh, all right. See, so we know Earl Spence, but we don't know Vergil. All right, cool. All right, I just had the wrong number. That's my fault, bro.
It's all good.
Yes, sir. I'll holler at you.
Yeah.
That's definitely not Vergil. I would have picked up his voice right away. And that's definitely not a Mexican who answered that phone. That was a brother that answered that phone. Y'all see that, though? Yeah, I had a tank top under the hoodie. I had to step outside real quick. Chill on me. You seen that, though? You see how easy it could be for niggas to just answer their phone? Crazy. Nigga name don't ring no bells in his state. Anyways, let's play this video.
Well, Vergil, congratulations. You have had some big fights and some incredible knockouts in your career, but I don't think any bigger or any more incredible than what we saw tonight here in Texas. What did you think of that finish?
Before I answer your question, I just want to wish my brother a happy 25th birthday. Joe Ortiz right behind.
Joe Ortiz. I had Joe Ortiz number 2. That's how I knew it was done. But anyways, she's talking about this girl Smoochie gonna talk about I call Paul Wall. Ain't that some shit? Jose De Leon, eat a dick. Do what your mother do to get a check. You feel me? Like, I know your mom used to be eating dick in her bedroom and then come and kiss you goodnight, but you ain't got to bring that type energy over here, brother. Demonetized. I done got demonetized, y'all. That'll do it. That'll do it. Anyways, let's continue on.
Let's go. Right here.
That's right, go. So evaluate that performance for me.
There wasn't much to evaluate. I just capitalized on his mistakes. Just took as much information as I could and used it.
After the first round, you came back to your corner, and Robert said, slow it down a little bit. You've got rounds to win this fight. What
Shout out to the GOAT, Robert. I really fuck with Robert Garcia, man.
adjustments did you make in that second round?
The adjustments that I made was just be cautious. That's really it. Everything that I do, any slip that I do, make sure my hand is up, all that stuff.
What were you seeing from him in the first couple of rounds? You know he had that reach. You know he wanted to box. What were you doing to try to break that distance?
It's what I do best. Just box. I mean, that's it. I'm patient. People think I'm just a come forward fighter. Yeah, I'm a come forward fighter. I love to fight. That's why I'm in boxing. But to be a boxer, you have to be smart too. So I can be smart when I want to.
Take me through the finish. What were you looking for when you had him up?
I could be smart when I want to. I just choose to be dumb.
against the ropes, and what did you land to knock him out?
I don't even know what did it, if I'm being honest. I was making sure I was studying the head, and he was already out before I knew it.
You know, you fought now 3.
The fact that he doesn't know what he hit Erickson Lubin with, that just makes me believe that he don't really be thinking in there, and he really don't be setting his shit up. The nigga just be wilding. Like, when I was in there, when I hurt somebody, I knew exactly what I hurt them with, because the whole time I was setting it up. So things to notice about Vergil, for sure.
Really top guys at 154 pounds. Do you feel like you're peaking as a fighter?
This is definitely my prime right now, and I'm only going to get better from here.
That's a man that has been in with some of the best fighters in this weight class. Has been knocked out before, but I'm not sure he's been dominated in the way you dominated in these 2 rounds tonight. Did you even expect you to put that kind of performance together?
I kind of felt it, but I had to believe in myself, and that's what I did. And you know what? There were so many people saying, "Oh, I'm going to get outclassed. Oh, he's going to knock me out," and all that stuff. And look, he's a great fighter, but there's levels.
Who said Lubin was going to knock Vergil out? Who said that? Who said that?
How much did that motivate you going through this fight?
It motivated me a lot. You know, we're ready for the best. We want to fight the.
Justin, who's a lot of people? Who said that? People were saying that? Shit, I don't recall that. If anybody was saying somebody was getting knocked out, they were saying Vergil was going to get knocked out. I heard people saying, you know, Lubin could pull it off, but I ain't really hear nobody saying there's a difference between Lubin getting the upset and somebody saying that Lubin going to get the knockout. That's different. Smoochie said that. Oh, you a damn fool. All right, well, I guess I stand corrected. There's some motherfucking fools over here because I ain't never say that. I said Lubin's best chance was boxing Vergil. I don't think he was going to knock him out at all.
Best. Boots, come over here.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Vergil pop in the background. Look at Vergil pop in the background. Nigga look like he saw a ghost and shit himself. Look at him. I wish I could zoom in. Is there any way I could zoom in on this nigga? Probably not. It is what it is. But yeah. Look at this. Look at Vergil pop. That nigga looked like he saw the Holy Spirit.
All right, so that you answer the question. Is this the fight that you want next? Vergil Ortiz against Jaron Boots Ennis.
I think this is the fight that has to happen, man. I think this is it.
It's the best fight in boxing. I think he did a great job. He looked good. But I'm gonna show.
Look at this pop. Look at this pop. Look at, ain't that Ezekiel Elliott back there? Nigga looking at Boots like that. Nigga looking at Boots like he.
The world, why I'm the best in the world. And I'm gonna show his team. They've been talking.
Look at his manager. Look at his manager Dickie in the background shaking his head with a snack hat on.
But I'm gonna show the world why I'm the best in the world. And I'm gonna show his team.
Why you shaking your head behind his back? Why you ain't talking that shit that you was talking on social media?
They've been talking all crazy. They've been talking crazy, and I'm gonna back it up, and I'm gonna show the world why I'm the best in the world. But like I said,
no one's been talking crazy, bro. Your dad is the first one that said that I was ducking. It's on video. It is on video that he said we ducked and we didn't get no offer.
It don't matter. The time is now. It's that time. Let's get this money and let's make this fight happen.
It does matter because you said that we're the ones talking. We're not the ones talking. Oh, we started talking after you guys started talking. It's retaliation. It's retaliation.
Your manager's talking all crazy. Oscar's talking crazy.
He ain't know where Vergil manager was. The whole time he was behind him shaking his head.
It's retaliation.
Your manager's talking all crazy. Oscar's talking crazy. It's the time, and I'm gonna make you pay for everything they saying.
That was cool. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit was cold. It wasn't like the most fucking craziest statement, but my nigga, he said, I'm gonna make you pay for everything they said. That's something that I bet you that's something that stuck with Vergil for sure.
crazy. Oscar talking crazy. It's the time, and I'm make you pay for everything they saying. Straight like that.
Ain't nobody's gonna pay over here.
I'm making you pay.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I guarantee you. And we can bet whatever. I guarantee you.
Mind you, you got to take this into consideration. And I'm not saying that, Vergil this gangster or he, you know what I mean? He got killers over there. Bro, this nigga literally, with him and two of his brothers, because Eddie Hearn ain't backing him if shit hit the fan. No security. Him and two of his brothers flew out to Dallas on their own dime. They wasn't invited. And from what Boo said, bro, he had trouble getting in the venue. He had trouble getting in the ring, all types of shit. Just to pull up the Vergil and say that he going to beat the dog shit out of him. And he wants to make that fight happen ASAP. Like, my nigga, and he got all the people booing him. He don't give a fuck. The whole building against him, and he don't care. See, that takes some courage, man. Because I'm willing to bet whatever Vergil would have never done the same. Never. That's not even in his character. I've never seen that nigga pull up to a fight, period. That nigga Vergil wouldn't come to Philly, hop in the ring at the Wells Fargo and be like, yo, Boots, I'm going to fuck you up, bro. Like, let's get this shit going. I'm going to beat your ass for what everybody's saying about me on your team. He would never do that. Never. Never do that. Only certain niggas is built that way. I seen Earl Spence pull up the niggas. He pulled up on Fundora. I seen him pull up on Sean Porter. It's only some niggas that'll do that, bro. That take a certain type of courage. There's going to be people that be like, yo, like, I ain't going to do that, bro. Like, we going to be in his backyard. Like, Brian Norman and them, they scared as shit to come to Philly now. That was one of their main reasons why they turned down the Boots fight in this deal. Man, we ain't going to Philly. We ain't going to Philly. We ain't going to Philly. This nigga went to Dallas on his own dime. And Dallas, they got some certified killers over there, like real niggas over there. Went right over there, no problem, and disrespected this nigga right after his victory. He didn't even allow Vergil to celebrate his victory. I would take that as the utmost disrespect. Andre pulls the fuck up. Facts. Yes, he does. Nigga had Jamal Charlo like, I'm not a promoter, bro. Like, nigga, you don't gotta say something who you fight. You got a boss. Andre pulled up on that nigga. He pulled up on Canelo too. He's like, get the fuck out of here. I'ma whoop you. I'ma fuck you out right now, motherfucker. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. That nigga said, fuck you. Yeah, Canelo was tripping. He said, what the fuck he said? He don't train in Philly. He sparred in Philly before, but he not from Philly or trained in Philly. He sparred Boots a few times in Philly, but never trained in Philly. Horrible fight. Horrible. Yeah, I remember that shit. Day, I know that. Yep. He had some classic lines there, bro. That was like peak Canelo right there. But what the hell he said? He said, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, he was snapping. That Canelo was funny as shit. He was like, fuck you, man. I'm going to fuck you out right now, motherfucker. And Andre dad was like, do it. He's like, fuck you. He was like, watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. As they got escorted out the room, that was classic.
Let's get this money and let's make this fight happen.
It does matter because you said that we're the ones talking. We're not the ones talking. Oh, we started talking after you guys started talking. It's retaliation. It's retaliation.
Your manager talking all crazy. Oscar talking crazy. It's the time, and I'll make you pay for everything they saying.
Yo, you peep how nobody said a single word on Vergil team. Not that it was their room to talk, but they didn't say a single word. They sitting there stone faced. Like, they look like, look at Vergil dead. That nigga look like he's scared that Boots gonna pull a burner out. he checking Boots for a burner. Look at him. Give him the side eye. No, don't even want to look at him directly. Timothy Bradley said Vergil don't need Boots. I guess he didn't need Floyd when Floyd sent him a career high payday. Tim need to shut the fuck up. Tim need to shut the fuck up. And Tim, people be really like, and listen, Tim Bradley, multiple world champion, multiple division champion, Hall of Famer, all that, did some great things in the sport. You feel me? But at the same time, it's like this nigga will literally, he the type nigga that when he make predictions, he'll predict every scenario in a fight. And then when one of them comes to reality, he be like, see, I told y'all. This nigga's like, yo, Fabio Wardley gonna knock Joseph Parker out. Joseph Parker gonna knock he gonna smoke Wardley. Then Fabio stops Joseph Parker. See, I told y'all, man, that nigga Fabio, man, yeah. I told you. I tried to tell you. Tim Bradley, Boxing Hall of Famer. See, I told you. Yeah. Yeah, Fabio beat the brakes off Joseph Parker. Yeah. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Nigga, you's a clown. Tim Bradley don't got no room to be talking about how anybody a duck. He ain't got no room to be talking about niggas not needing nobody and none of that. Bro, you literally got you literally had your head so far above Arum ass. You turned down a fucking career high payday from Floyd Mayweather. All he asks is that you remain the free agent. That's all he asks, for one fight to remain a free agent. Sent you a career high payday. And you turned that down just so you could keep the white man happy. That speaks on the type of nigga you is. You was a bona fide sellout, milk dud, scalp having ass nigga, and we don't respect your opinion for the most part. You be having some good takes sometimes, Tim, but when you be talking about certain shit, it's like, nigga, you should be practicing what you preached. You be happy with whatever crumbs fall off Bob Arum lap. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Niggas don't even got a TV deal. You still over there eating dick. Fuck out of here. Yeah. Fucking Hershey Almond head ass Bradley want to go tell niggas what they doing wrong. Man, shut up, nigga. You be having 4 predictions, one of them come true. Nigga, that's like, let's say like Brian Norman and Devin coming up. Man, Devin going to outbox Norman, man. Yo, Norman going to knock Devin Haney out, man. Man, yo, both of it, this is so competitive. I got it being a draw. Nigga, pick one, nigga. Pick one. There's a certain level of boldness you need to have when making a prediction. If you right, you right. If you wrong, you wrong. This nigga pick every scenario. Then it happened. They'd be like, Tim Bradley, you already know the rest. I told y'all, Norman knocked Haney out, man. Haney ain't got no chin. Haney ain't got no chin. I hate that I had to say it, but I try to tell y'all, he ain't got no chin. Yeah. I'm eating my bit. I just pulled up the KFC. I had to tell y'all, man. I'm about to get one of these biscuits. They dry, but it is what it is. Just like Devin Haney performance, man. What the hell was that? Got punched all upside your head. Yeah. Like this nigga, bro. Nigga, bottom tooth, brown as a motherfucker over here trying to tell niggas about boxing. Yo, Tim, nigga, unround your face, nigga. Unround your face. Fuck wrong with you? Unround your face, nigga. This nigga looking like a baby ass. You ever seen a baby's ass, bro? That's exactly how he be looking. The nigga just missing the baby powder. Nigga round this shit like a little newborn baby booty. Fuck this nigga talking about. Nigga look like my son ass cheek when he was 2 months old. Motherfucker. Yo, this nigga out here looking like a fucking his forehead always shining. Nigga scalp be shining like a motherfucker. Hair follicle ain't touched that nigga head in years. Trying to tell niggas some shit. Like, nigga, go ahead, bro. The Desert Storm, nigga. Motherfucker ain't even an earthquake. That nigga ain't even a flash flood. This nigga want to tell you he a desert storm, nigga. Fuck out of here. Nigga, you ain't even a flash flood, nigga. This nigga a clogged toilet. This nigga want to tell you that he a motherfucking Desert Storm. This nigga a clogged toilet. He's like, hey, oh yeah, Justin, I know what you're talking about. He was like, hey, how are you? Nice weather we're having. Oh shit. This nigga ain't got no facial hair, but when he finally get facial hair, this nigga got white. This nigga got white mustache. Like, this nigga's a fucking loser, bro. How you skip the black? Nigga, how you skip the black facial hair? Ain't no hair ever try to grow on your face, nigga. When you do get a little bit of facial hair, you already got grays. Nigga, you was a fucking loser, nigga. He's a fucking loser, nigga. The only nigga I know that turned down a fight from Floyd Mayweather to appease the white man, Bob Arum. If that don't tell you this nigga a grandmaster, Dragonfly Jones level coon, I don't know what would. Tom Bradley.
But no one's been talking crazy, bro. Your dad is the first one that said that I was ducking. It's on video. It is on video that he said we ducked and we didn't.
Like, son, why you explaining to him? Why you explaining yourself to him, son? You know he came here to whoop your ass, right, son?
Get an offer.
It don't matter. The time is now. It's that time. Let's get this money and let's make this fight happen.
It does matter because you said that we're the ones talking. We're not the ones talking. Oh, we saw that talking.
Y'all both talking, nigga, so let's fight. Fuck is you talking about? Boo's side talking, y'all side talking. Don't say you wasn't talking because y'all was talking. But he was talking, but y'all was talking too. So what's next, nigga? That's what I would have told him. All right, nigga, so what? What's next? Fuck is you talking about? I would have slapped that WBC hat right off his motherfucking head. Fuck out of here, nigga. Tripping. Slap that WBC hat right off his motherfucking head.
Fucking after you guys started talking. It's retaliation. It's retaliation.
Your manager's talking all crazy. Oscar's talking crazy. It's the time, and I'm gonna make you pay for everything they saying. Straight like
ain't nobody's gonna pay over here.
I'm gonna make you pay.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I guarantee you. And we can bet whatever. I guarantee you.
I don't want to take your money away, bro. I'm not betting.
You ain't gonna take nothing.
Nah.
You ain't gonna take nothing. I guarantee you. We can bet any amount of money. When we fight, I guarantee you, I'm gonna win.
I don't bet, but don't make any promises you can't keep, bro.
I'm gonna make every promise, and I'm gonna keep it straight like that. You're a great fighter. You look tremendous, but I'm gonna show the world I'm the best in the world. I got something for you.
You got a yes for me?
I got a yes right now. Hey Eddie, where the pay?
Where your yes at, nigga? Fuck is you talking about? Because you talking about you want Rumble Errol Spence, nigga. Talking about you want Rumble Errol Spence. This nigga over here. This motherfucker boxing career over here collecting dust, and you over here talking about.
Where's that? Hey, where the papers at, Eddie?
All right, two of the biggest stars.
Look at him.
Hey, where the papers at, Eddie?
All right, two of the biggest stars.
This nigga ain't Mexican, bro. I ain't never see a Mexican laugh like a rich white man. Jaron, comedian. Where is the paperwork? Because I don't want to sign it. Niggas, man. They say a single motherfucking word.
Stars in U.S. boxing, two of the best at 154 pounds, ready to go next year.
It's a great fight. I mean, Subriel's a tremendous fighter. It's just the perfect style for Dalton Smith. Like, he's a master boxer.
God damn, this nigga came out capping off the rip. Nigga, we only what we in? We 8 seconds in. This nigga already spewing bullshit.
Great footwork. He punches very hard. I think he'll stop Subriel Matias late in the fight. Yeah, I think it'll be a great fight though. You know. Matias has a huge heart, but this is a great style for Dalton Smith, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, you got a lot of fights coming up, man. You guys got Conor Ben too. What's your predictions on that fight?
Look at Subaru looking at you in the background because he know you talking bullshit, nigga. Who the fuck Dalton Smith fight to give you that type of reassurance? I know you his promoter, so you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta say shit you don't mean sometimes. Well, come on, Eddie. Come on.
I think Conor Ben will win that fight by points or late stoppage. I think this time it will be a much better performance, a much more skillful performance. Still be brutal, but I expect.
Bro, for my niggas that know Dalton Smith, bro, is he that nice? Or this nigga just got his promoter hat on? Like, tell me, please. Is Dalton Smith that nice? Is he that great of a boxer? Where he's going to stop Subriel Matias and Subriel is the perfect style for him. When the fuck has Subriel been the perfect style for anybody? Even niggas that beat him. When has he been the perfect style? This nigga Junior just going to say he white. Come on, Junior. Let's not do We can't do that, bro. There's some great white fighters out here, man. Oh my God. He said, brother, this is Eddie Hearn. Have you heard of him? All right, man. Y'all ain't gotta play me, bro. I was just asking a question. Who's a great white fighter? There's plenty of them. The Klitschko's. Shit. Jack Dempsey. Rocky Marciano, great in his own right. Joe Calzaghe. Shit. There's a few of them. Alexander Usyk. You know, Vasyl Lomachenko was a great fighter at his, at his peak. There's a few of them, bro. Them niggas could rumble. Kelly Pavlik was a good fighter. Yes, he was, anonymous. There's a few of them. There's a few of them. He said I named watered down whites. Vitaly Klitschko was a watered down white. Boom Boom Mancini. Tyson Fury at his peak. I'll take that. Y'all motherfuckers love Caleb Plant not too long ago. This shit crazy. Russians are Caucasian, though. Russians are white. I hope y'all know that. Y'all do know that, right? Like, I hope y'all know that they ain't I had to tell this to a girl that I was dealing with in the past. Because she was like, I'm not white, I'm Russian. Wait, hold on. I'm reading. They saying I guess there's Russians that scared it out. You talking about copper flag white? But if I say Caleb Plant, you're gonna be like, oh, not that type of white. Caitlin Clark white. Nigga, them type niggas don't box. Them niggas come from great homes, nigga. You moving the goalposts, Justin. Because you said white, and now you talking about, how about, no, I'm talking about Caitlin Clark white. You didn't say that in the beginning, brother. I start bringing up motherfuckers who white. You talking about, oh, no, not those. No, not those. Like Joe Calzaghe, nigga, yes. Yes. Okay, that's, okay, you said, okay, well, I'm saying it now. Yeah, and by doing that, you're moving the goalposts. Privileged motherfuckers don't typically box, bro. Unless they trying to work out. You talking about this nigga said I'm talking about man, let's move on, bro. This nigga Justin tripping. He in his bag today.
Ben to win a very good fight again.
All right, appreciate your time.
Cheers, mate.
Eddie, you're obviously from England. You've been promoting
Thank you,
a lot here.
Bro, as soon as Eddie Hearn would have said, oh, Subriel Matias is a perfect style for Dalton Smith, and I'm like, thanks, Eddie. On my son life, I'd have gave that. I'd have hung that shit up. Yo, his motherfucking mind.
America. You have a favorite city you like to promote in?
I mean, New York's a great city to stage events in, full stop. But, you know, I love being in Texas. You know, Dallas was great at the weekend, or Fort Worth. We were there recently in Frisco. It's great as well. I actually really like San Diego. We haven't done a show there. We were trying to do Nunes Navarrete there, or we were looking at it, and we did Chocolatito there against Martinez years ago, and Bam, and we sold really well. So that's a great fight city, great town, great city, full stop. So yeah, I'm easy. I love promoting in America.
You someone who's been promoted in America. You have a good understanding of the American market. Currently, there's no boxing on TV. What do you think boxing is? Is boxing in a really bad place?
No, I mean, when you say there's no boxing on TV, what you mean is there's no linear platform.
Yeah, linear platform.
Yeah. I mean, but sure. Yeah. For me, I actually think boxing's in a great Netflix assistance, and I'm sure in boxing to like this a little.
Eddie, how you doing? Johnny Boy Fight Hype. What's your response to Oscar De La Hoya saying that Vergil is the A side in the Boots fight? You know, he had a fantastic performance against Lugo.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I don't care who he's on what side, by the way. Yeah. I don't see how is he the A side. I don't know. I mean, what makes you the A side? I mean, he's never won a world title.
Facts.
Right, Boots has been a world champion. He's unified the division. I mean, I just think they're two great fighters. A side, B side, Z side. I don't give a fuck. Make the fight. Like, once you start hearing things like the terms have to be right, and we want 10 million, and it's like, whoa, guys, like, do you actually want this fight or not? The terms have already been agreed in a room. Now, if we have to negotiate, we negotiate. But let's not mess the fight up because we're pretending one guy has more than the other guy. Neither of them have a belt, right? They're just number one and number two in the division. But for me, we're number one. But I'm not standing here going, we're number one, we're the A side. I don't care, because all that means is you don't want the fight.
Eddie cooking, god damn. He started off fucked up, but he's cooking.
So if you truly want the fight, let's get to the table, let's continue those conversations, and let's give fight fans and Dazn, for me, the best fight in American boxing.
It's really that fucking simple. And this is coming from somebody who's a top businessman in the sport of boxing. So if he has this mentality, everybody else should. Especially boxing fans. Well, that fight's not ready yet. Not according to one of the fucking biggest promoters in boxing. The fuck? Y'all motherfucking, what they be calling them, fanagers and shit like that? Y'all motherfuckers want to sit here and act like this shit got to marinate. No, bro, there's a fucking top promoter in the sport of boxing right now that's telling you that the fight's ready now. So what the fuck are we talking about? What else is there to talk about? Let's see the fucking fight. Fuck what everybody else saying. Let's see it.
Style-wise, skill-wise, prime-wise, like everything. This is such a great fight. So I don't want to, clap back at his comments. Oscar's a great promoter, and he does want to make the great fights. If you truly believe your man will win, let's just make it happen. And both guys.
This nigga said EJ bigger than Boots. I can't talk to these niggas, bro. Can't talk to this nigga, bro.
They're going to go on to have fantastic careers, but these are the kind of fights that we need to see in their prime.
Is there any concern that fight may happen a little bit past the expiration date? We've seen fights where it's like the time.
Yeah, that's why we're saying now. I mean, both guys, Vergil's what, 27, is it? I mean, Boots is 28. God, I mean, what a fight. How often do we see these fights when their guys are past their best? We don't need, and there's no one else to fight at the moment. So Xander Zayas is fighting Baru, or whatever his name is. Fundora is fighting Thurman. Mursalayev's fighting Kelly. And by the way,
was this nigga Eddie Hearn watching Mazuma TV? This nigga sound like he just copy and pasted some of my main points. Or maybe it's just common fucking sense. I don't know. But to go back to this comment from Boxing International, he talking about you biased because you from Philly. You gotta come better than that, bro. You really gotta come better than that. This is coming from somebody who got NYC in their motherfucking name, and you over here talking about where I'm from. Nigga, I'm gonna tell you this. EJ ain't fighting 2+ years. The nigga has never had a fight at 154. He's not relevant right now. You know how you maintain relevancy? By fighting. Somehow come better. Yes, at this point in time, Boots is bigger than Errol Spence because he's actually relevant. He's out here winning fights. He's out here actually fighting. Motherfucker been on the sideline 2+ years and hasn't even confirmed that he's coming back yet. And somehow, some way, he's bigger than Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis is being spoken about. Errol Spence isn't. There's a lot of people that's under the impression right now that Errol Spence is retired. No, EJ is known. He is known. But what he's saying is he hotter than Jaron Ennis right now? No, he's not. Errol Spence is known. He is a big name in the sport. But is he hotter than Jaron Ennis right now? He's not. He's not. I love how people say boxing is what have you done for me lately until a motherfucker that y'all like hasn't done anything lately for y'all. I find that to be very interesting. People do want to say who know Boots. Nigga, you, because you talking about him, for one. The whole boxing world talking about Jaron Ennis, for one. That face-off between him and Vergil got over 1 million views within just a couple hours. You can't sit here and act like Boots is a nobody. He did the same thing Errol Spence did, unified the welterweight division. Now, mind you, Errol Spence had the better competition. He had the more, credible opponents available at that point in time. No doubt about it. Errol Spence got the better resume. He's known. I'm actually a big fan of Errol Spence. You feel what I'm saying? I've always rocked with Errol Spence. I picked him to beat Bud. That's the reality of the situation. But you over here talking about Errol Spence is bigger than Boots, and not at this particular moment. He's not. He's not. Niggas not even talking about Errol Spence all like that. EJ was at an event chilling and got super drunk. Bro, that's anybody that's relevant in the sport, though. If you're a fucking world champion boxer and you go into a boxing event, you're gonna get mobbed, bro. Especially if you're in your hometown. What are we even talking about? That shit was in Dallas. You're Errol Spence, one of the biggest fighters to come out of Texas within the past decade. You're a world championship boxer walking into a boxing event. What you think is going to happen? I watched Rolly Romero get mobbed. I seen Blair Cobbs get mobbed. Holy shit. So you telling me if Boots, and I seen this with my own eyes. So you saying if Boots was to walk into a boxing event in Philadelphia and the people see him, they won't mob him? Yeah, this Boxing International nigga, he sound like the other niggas who's talking about, man, but Tank, man, but niggas ain't got Tank swag though. Like they ain't got Tank swag though, man. Like it's just different, like the braids. So what's the EJ Ortiz chatter about, bro? Nigga, it was only brought up by Vergil Ortiz and his team. Nobody else asked for that shit. Wasn't nobody calling for that. The only niggas who brought that up was Vergil Ortiz and his team. That's it. That's where the talk came. The chatter came from his own team. That shit didn't come from boxing fans. Are we about to really push this narrative that this is a fight that's demanded? They asked Vergil, what's the next fight for you? Basically, like what's next? You know, like what's the fight that you want the most? Oh man, I don't care what boxer fans say. That he started that statement because he knows that nobody's gonna agree with him except for him and his team. I would rather have the Errol Spence fight than the Jaron Ennis fight. That's my dream fight. He said if Blair Cobbs get mobbed, then anything is possible. Bro, I seen Blair Cobbs come to a Philadelphia fight in South Philly at the 2300 Arena. They knew who he was, and there was a group of people that was lining up. And you got a lot of the people that go to these small boxing events, they hardcore boxing fans. So they're going to see Blair Cobbs and know who he is because they tapped in with the sport. I seen Blair get mobbed. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. Autographs, pictures, all that. Videos, all that. If Boost said my dream fight with Danny Garcia, he'll be put on the cross. That's a fact. That's a fact. Can you imagine if Boost, after he knocked out Lima, right, and Vergil pulled up, really think about this logically. Let's not. Listen, boxing, that's a big fight in Texas. That's not a big fight for the boxing world. That's the difference. I'm willing to bet that Boots and Vergil would do better numbers than Vergil and Vergil and Errol. I don't think Errol got the pull like he used to. I genuinely don't think that. But that fight with Errol and with Errol and Vergil, that's only a big fight in Texas. Vergil and fucking Boots is a big fight in the boxing world, period. A lot of Spence fans switched up. Absolutely. Absolutely. They flip-flopped on Earl. They shitted on Earl. They were saying that they was calling him the big fish as soon as Bud stepped on him. Oh man, Earl, he done. Like he ain't got it no more. You know what I mean? Like he was drinking too much, he was partying. Start talking about this nigga whole lifestyle. But y'all never brought up his lifestyle prior to him losing the Bud. Never. The reality is, Ortiz, that Errol Spence at this point in time, he's a wounded animal. He's a wounded animal. And they know that they catching him at the lowest point of his career right now. They recognize that he's a name. They see that he's very beatable. He's coming off of a punishing loss. They know that he don't got much left in the tank. So before he walk out, let's go ahead and make a name by stepping on him, just like Bud stepped on him. Okay, you think EJ doing more numbers. It sound good. It sound good. Sound good. I forgot what I was even talking about. But
Spence and Charlo.
Spence, like those guys, they just want so much money. And by the way, Spence hasn't fought for 2 years or whatever it is, or however long, right? And I don't think even know whether he's going to fight again. And Charlo sits there, don't fight at all. And when he does, he just asks for 5 million, 10 million, whatever. These guys put the guys in their primes. 2 animals, monsters of the division. But you've got to believe you can win the fight. If not, they'll just never make it.
Eddie,
I ain't got nothing more to really touch on with that video. The suspense of EJ's return will outdo Boots and Ortiz. Rallo, how would they sell EJ versus Ortiz, though? Let me ask you that. How are they going to be able to convince boxing fans that are going to be the reason why this fight sells? How are you going to be able to sell that Errol Spence, after everything he done been through, with all the odds that's against him, how can they convince fans that this is a competitive fight? How? Right, Reed, what's the marketing plan? What you mean is proven? Errol Spence ain't come back in 2 years. You don't know where his stock is at. If anything, is unproven. Now, if he comes back, he makes a return, and he sells out the fucking Cowboy Stadium, you got a point. Just be like yesterday's what they say, yesterday's price ain't today's price. That's very true. Just because Earl was popping 2 years ago don't mean that he could just come back coming off of a layoff and a knockout loss and just assume that his stock is still high. That's not the case at all. Boxing fans are fickle. If they feel like you lost it, there's a likelihood they're not going to support you anymore. If they feel like you're not popular, that you're not a hot commodity, they might not step out for the crib for you. So what I'm going to ask you is, since that fight is such a profitable fight, how could they sell this? How could they sell this fight? They came up in the same gym. I'll give you a few. They came up in the same gym. They came up in the same gym together. Their names been attached since 147. They both from Texas. If your only sales pitch is that they both from Texas, do you really have a good layout for this fight selling? Do you have like a great game plan in selling this fight? I'm asking you. Why is this fight? What? It's a storyline, bro. Okay, if it's a storyline, tell me the storyline. Tell me it. I'm waiting. No, Rollo, that's not what I'm saying. See, y'all niggas, he's saying so EJ lose the bud and he not competitive no more. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying at all. I don't know what would happen if they get in the ring together. But I'm saying, well, what we know about Errol Spence at this point in time, him having a multi-year layoff, coming off of a punishing knockout loss to Terrence Crawford, having no experience in the junior middleweight division, not having a trainer, him not even announcing that he's coming back. Look, they don't even answer the question. I'm asking you. Look, see, y'all niggas, bro. Y'all don't want to listen. Y'all niggas just want to argue like girls. If y'all niggas want to be girls, then y'all niggas go ahead and see if Bella Faith is gonna go live or Smoochie. Y'all can go talk to Smoochie and Bella Faith, or shit, y'all can even talk to Marissa Alvarez. If y'all niggas want to have an objective conversation, we could have one. But if niggas want to be jumping out their skin acting like females because they don't agree with a nigga, then we can just finish this conversation. What I'm telling y'all is, I asked y'all clearly a question. I clearly asked y'all niggas a question. How does this fight sell? What is the sales pitch for this fight? Since this fight is so profitable in y'all head, tell me how they're going to sell this fight. How are they going to convince you as the boxing fans to come in and watch this fight and buy a ticket? How? Tell me. Just because it's Errol Spence, bro? No, it's more than just the name. Fans want to come out and see. Fans don't want to come out and see a fight if they don't deem it to be competitive. How are you going to sell this fight and give the fans reassurance that they're going to walk into an exciting fight, a competitive fight, a 50-50 fight? I'm waiting. Ain't nobody answering it. They over here trying to attack me. Oh, bro, you just pulling for boots. Like, nigga, I'm not even talking about boots. I'm talking about Errol Spence and Vergil Ortiz. You tell me how that fight is sellable. Jerry and EJ. Okay, what about it? Are you using Jerry Jones' name? Are you using Jerry Jones as a reason why this fight sells? Nigga, fuck Jerry Jones. That motherfucker ain't in the ring boxing. The fuck? Is Jerry Jones a ref? Is he a judge? Nigga, he just owned the fucking arena that they'll be fighting in. EJ's return. What about it? So EJ returning to the ring is enough to sell a fight? Is this nigga Floyd? Like, I knew Errol did some good numbers, but is his return? But you know what the problem is with EJ's return? All the people going to remember is the last time they seen him. And you know what they're going to say if he fight Vergil? Oh, Errol took a lot of damage. They setting him up to get fucked up. Like, they going to come up with all types of shit. Ain't nobody going to be confident in Errol Spence's ability to bounce back. See? See, look, this nigga, they don't answer the question because they know that they talking about I'm pulling for Boots whole time. Y'all got y'all head up Vergil and EJ ass. I'm asking y'all a question, and y'all have yet to answer it. Justin Jackson said he answered it. Let me see what he said. Let me see. This nigga said 2 soldiers from the dirty South are willing to put everything on the line for an interim belt. And that's another thing. If a world title was on the line, y'all could probably use that. We don't even get that. We don't even get that. We don't even get a world title. I'm being biased. How am I being biased when I'm not even talking about Boots? You keep saying that I'm being biased for Boots. Boots is not a part of this conversation. What I'm asking you is, and I'm going to ask it one more time. I know you're not going to answer it because you don't have the answer. How can you sell? Let's say they book EJ versus Vergil. Cool. How do you, since this fight is so profitable in y'all heads, how do you sell this fight to the people for them to purchase a ticket, buy a pay-per-view, whatever the case is? Get a subscription on Dazn, whatever the case is. How can you sell this fight? Tell me how. Same way they sold Boots 35 non-competitive fights. Nigga, and how was that? Mazuma, you biased. You see that? You see that? Man, you biased. It sells itself. Fool. How? You see how nobody is telling me how? If it was such an easy thing to argue against, they would tell it. They would tell me. They would tell me. They attacking me. When you supposed to challenge the argument, not the person. Here they go. They talking about me. We not talking about Boots fighting somebody, you fucking dummy. Again, we're not talking about Boots. We're talking about EJ and Vergil. You see how they trying to deflect and talk about somebody else? Like y'all niggas, y'all, man, listen. Nobody even talking about Boots. If the conversation was about Boots, then we could talk about it. But we're not talking about Boots right now. We're talking about EJ versus Vergil Ortiz. Since y'all think that this fight is such a great fight to make right now, and it's so profitable, and it'll sell more than the Jaron Ennis fight, okay, tell me how they sell it. Y'all niggas cannot tell me that. Tell me how. Yeah, and if Boots such a big draw, if Spence such a big draw, why don't he just fight Boots? Because Boots sells more than Vergil, right? Just give the fight to Boots. Because when it comes to selling in the hometown, Boots sells more than Vergil. Fuck it. Boots was in line to face Spence anyway, but he lost. Boots shouldn't fight EJ, but okay, but I guess Vergil should. Boots don't sell. He sells more than Vergil. Try again, dummy. The fuck is you talking about? Nigga had like between 14 and 16,000 people in the Wells Fargo for a fight against David Evanesian. What Vergil selling? Show me his numbers. Can you find Vergil's ticket sales? Can you tell me what his gates was when he just fought Erickson Lubin? Where is the information at? Tell me. They said there was people in the chat that was in the building when Erickson Lubin and Vergil fought. They all said it was empty seats in there. They all said it. You couldn't find an empty seat when Boots was fighting at the Wells Fargo. Nigga, y'all talking about no need for name calling. Y'all calling me biased. All right, so y'all niggas calling me biased. I'm calling you a dummy. So now what? Fuck, you name calling too. You calling me biased. All right, so you a dummy. So now what? All y'all points is easily being countered. This shit looking like Vergil and Lubin. I ain't even gonna lie. This shit looking like Vergil and Lubin. The way y'all niggas getting countered and y'all shelling up in y'all corners, this shit look like Vergil and Lubin. But this shit getting stopped in the first. Charlo and EJ could fight each other. Now that would sell more. And I could tell y'all why that fight would be more intriguing for boxing fans. And I could tell y'all why. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Boots is a proven pay-per-view star. Yeah, when he was active, when he was active, he was active and not coming off of a knockout loss. Right? Y'all niggas is really ignoring the elephant in the room. But you know why Charlo and Earl will be an interesting fight? They came up in the same gym together. They had the same trainers. They're both extremely inactive. They're both coming off of the biggest losses of their careers. It makes more sense. That would be the more sensible fight to make. You talking about Vergil Ortiz, who's at the peak of his career right now, against Errol Spence, who's on the decline in his career right now. Somebody who's at the highest point, the highest level of their career, and somebody who's at the lowest point of their career. Y'all want to make it seem like that's a fight that people want to see? Fuck no. And if Dan Rayfield's post on Twitter is true, he coming out saying that the Zone don't want that fight. They said it. Dan Rayfield said that fight's not happening. The Zone does not want that fight, and they're heavily pursuing the Boots fight for Vergil Ortiz. That's what I don't know if it's true. Is Errol Spence not at his lowest point boxing international? Is Errol not at the lowest point in his career right now? Tell me, with everything that ever happened in his career, what was his lowest point? It's right now. That was his first loss, a devastating knockout loss at that, a punishing knockout loss. What point in his career did he have that was lower than that? He changing it all up. Now he changing it all up. Oh, right. Vergil and Boots doesn't sell. Vergil and Boots doesn't sell. Okay. But I'm at, like, if this makes so much financial sense to y'all, like if this is a fight that y'all really deem to be extremely profitable, tell me how they sell it. If I have the brand new iPhone, now is we will see. Okay. We will see. If I have the latest iPhone, right? That's me and my son, by the way. If I have the latest iPhone, and I know that this is going to be, like, and I'm selling them, and I know this is going to be highly profitable, there's a likelihood that I could tell you why it's profitable. Y'all niggas is telling me that EJ versus Vergil Ortiz is a big fight, but can't tell me how they will sell it. Okay. That's your opinion. We just gonna leave it at that. Cause y'all motherfuckers be dancing like Chris Brown whenever I ask y'all niggas questions. Y'all niggas be ready to electric slide out this motherfucker. Y'all ain't answered the question out one time. Top Mexico versus Top Black always sells. Only if it's a Mexican that has his country behind them. Vergil's not a big Mexican draw right now. And YSM just told y'all, and it was true. And it was true. There are several Mexican fighters that have more of Mexico's attention than Vergil Ortiz. Niggas talking about sales and they not buying that fight. I guarantee you, right? Them niggas won't even. They saying all this shit and they won't even pay it. They won't even buy a ticket. Niggas won't even buy a ticket. Niggas ain't taking no trip to Texas to see that shit. Cause y'all know that y'all gonna see Earl get slaughtered. Benavidez, Bam, Nello. Yeah. It's a few of them. Jamil said somebody else's name too. Shit, I forgot. Navarrete definitely be having the Mexicans with, Isai Cruz. Eastside Cruz get more love from the Mexicans than Vergil do. That's a fact. That's why they keep throwing this nigga on everybody's fucking card, main event, because this nigga has a following from Mexico. They love Pitbull because he exemplifies what Mexicans love about their boxers. Munguia, man, fuck Munguia. He a drug cheat, but he might have more love from the Mexican people than Vergil, for sure. This nigga goes 787. I love how he rocked with Xander, bro. You gotta love it. He said, "Yo, Mark, Xander got more dog than Vergil. They offered him Santilla, and he said that shit don't add to his career. And you got Vergil trying to fight EJ on his worst moment over legacy." They don't hear you though, man. I hear you, but they not hearing you, Ghost. Espinoza very soon and Cepeda. They definitely making their way. Especially Espinoza. Espinoza got a shit ton of potential to be a star in Mexico. Ortiz a dog. Okay. In the ring, absolutely. My dream fight is Butterbean. That's fucking hilarious. Espinoza got a lot of potential, bro. He could really be that next big star out of Mexico for sure. Rallo, I'm going to ask you a simple question and we're going to dead this topic. Because you're saying, but you think Boots that has never sold, and he has sold, not from a pay-per-view aspect, but he has sold. So we need to get rid of that narrative. When you put in between 14 and 16,000 people in the Wells Fargo, 16,000 people, when you almost selling out the Wells Fargo, fighting somebody that isn't known in Philadelphia at all. That was all off of the strength of Boots alone. You telling me that if you put 16,000 people anywhere, you're a draw. Yo, fuck, where you at? Boots ain't been on pay-per-view, but he came up in an era where pay-per-view is basically dead. Boots came up during the streaming era, bro. He didn't come up in the Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather era where pay-per-view numbers were at an all-time high. No, niggas is streaming shit. Niggas is fighting on Netflix now. Turkey Al-Sheikh done told y'all the pay-per-view model is dead. Who got the upper hand right now between Ortiz and Boots? In terms upper hand in what? Skills? Momentum? What are we talking about? And like A side, B side? What you mean who got the upper hand? In terms of what? Has Boots ever headlined the pay-per-view? No. Not to my knowledge. Momentum A side, it would have to be Boots. It would have to be Boots. Tell me where Vergil has the edge in anything. Sales, accolades, anything. Tell me. Because neither one of them are champion at 154, but Boots is the more accomplished fighter. Talking about somebody who had the WBA welterweight title, the IBF welterweight title, he was the lineal champion, had the Ring Magazine belt at welterweight. You tell me. And first of all, Errol didn't carry PBC. Deontay Wilder was doing numbers. Floyd Mayweather did his numbers prior to that. Manny Pacquiao was doing numbers. So let's cut out this narrative that, you know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman sold out the the Barclays Center. You feel what I mean? So let's not like PBC had a lot of talent that was doing numbers. Errol Spence wasn't just carrying shit by himself. Deontay Wilder was running up numbers in that motherfucking Tyson Fury trilogy. And that could all be looked at. But anyways, nigga, I don't think it's the world that's waiting to see what EJ do. I think it's you, nigga. I think it's you that's waiting to see what Errol Spence do. A lot of people have been content with Errol Spence retiring. I see it all the time. Boots is way more talked about and popular in boxing than Ortiz. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's not even a debate for me. If we talk about momentum A-side boxing, Ortiz just beat Erickson Lubin, somebody who been stopped 2 times before he faced Erickson Lubin, that before he faced Vergil Ortiz. Did I give up on EJ? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. If he would have come back, I would support him. I think people getting that misconstrued in this chat. I said yesterday, we miss Errol Spence. I said that yesterday. Go check my live. I said we miss Errol Spence. But to act like he's, he got some work to do, man. He lost a lot of momentum. His fan base definitely took a dive after that Terrence Crawford fight. If he's looking to solidify himself back in the sport, he got to put the work back in. He got to get his confidence back. He got to get back in the winning column. He got to get his fan base, back intact, because boxing done did a lot since Errol Spence been gone. They talking about different people now. Let's check this right here. So you tell me, you saying, no. He said, stop it. EJ reign. During EJ reign, nobody at PBC did more pay-per-view numbers. Okay. Let's take a look at the Wilder Fury trilogy. Saw varying pay-per-view numbers, with the first fight generating around 325,000 pay-per-view buys. The rematch achieving an estimated 800 to 850,000 pay-per-view buys, so close to 1 million pay-per-view buys. And the third fight achieving around 600,000 pay-per-view buys domestically and 300,000 from overseas. So you're literally talking about close to, in the trilogy in itself with Wilder and Fury, they did almost 1 million pay-per-view buys when you combine the overseas and domestic pay-per-views. Tell me where Errol Spence got anywhere near between 800 and 850,000 pay-per-view buys. What did Crawford and Spence do? $650 to $700,000. So great numbers. They generated over $55 million in domestic pay-per-view revenue alone. Phenomenal. But that ain't that. I ain't the smartest nigga in the world, but I think these numbers did more than Errol Spence ever did in his career. That's just me. Okay. I did look up the EJ numbers. I did. And none of his pay-per-views did higher than the one with Terrence Crawford. So I literally pulled up Errol Spence's highest grossing pay-per-view fight. Now look at that. Right. EJ took a 20-month layoff and did 750,000. Okay. That doesn't change the numbers, brother. Because it's 2 black boxers. Oh my God, we got Abel Sanchez in this motherfucker. Black boxers don't sell. Do you know that Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson is one of the most bought pay-per-view events in boxing history? Is Lennox Lewis Mexican? Let me know. That whole black versus black don't sell shit, that's been disproven. Miss me with the bullshit. Let's look at EJ for Boots versus EJ. I don't understand. Bro, I'm not even adding them up, Justin. I was just pointing them out one by one. And if you add them up, these three fights altogether will probably they'll probably combine those 3 fights in itself probably sold more than what EJ ever sold in his career. Ain't no disrespect to EJ, but I'm saying he made the point that when during EJ's reign, didn't nobody sell like then I bring this up and now it's crickets. Let's pull that comment back up. Because these niggas just be talking and they don't even do the research. That's concerning. Y'all niggas is too grown to be, making these opinions. Stop it. During EJ's reign, nobody at PBC did more pay-per-view numbers. Nigga. Okay. Deontay Wilder was with PBC, right? This was during Earl Spencer's reign, right? 2018. That's when Earl Spence was him, right? Because that's when I was a huge Earl Spence fan. Niggas be sounding confident and be wrong than the motherfucker, bro. Y'all niggas be sounding smart to dumb niggas. Y'all sound real educated amongst ignorant niggas. We not having that over here. And if y'all niggas thought logically and got y'all thong out y'all ass, y'all wouldn't be having these problems. So again, what's your response to this, Rollo? Come on, Mr. Green. What is your response? Let me know. Boxing International, look. Let's look at Boots versus EJ. They're going to bring up a whole different subject because he know he wrong. I'm waiting for a response. Y'all couldn't answer my first question. I got this right here for the people to see. This is public knowledge. What y'all got to say now? What's y'all next point? Because then if we go back to, EJ and Vergil sells more, okay, tell me how it sells. Why are people going to be intrigued in this fight? Because it's EJ's return, bro. That's all he need to do. All he need to do is return, and he just selling crazy. A lot of time has passed since Earl Spence fought. And the reality is, boxing fans, you being active for a little while, niggas forget about you. See, look, now you talk about me being emotional. When in doubt, insult the host. When in doubt, call him emotional. I don't see no tears down my face. I'm light-skinned. You don't see me turning red. Niggas is chilling, brother. I'm asking you a question. You feeling that pressure. Niggas is cutting off the ring on you with the high guard, ripping that motherfucking body. And y'all niggas ain't got no solution, so y'all panicking. Bro, you're emotional. Okay. Niggas walking you down with the high guard, ripping the body. Bang, bang. Swiping the guard down like Ortiz did Lubin. Bang, bang. Can't touch me on the inside. Bang, 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 bang. Y'all can't handle it. Pressure bust pipes, man. You're too emotional, my guy. Okay, brother. You're too wrong, my guy. EJ a bigger name than Boost? That's why. Okay. Nigga, the facts are EJ hasn't sold anything in 2 years. That's the facts. So how would you know that at this current point, EJ will sell more than Boots when the nigga ain't sell you shit in 2 years? My whole thing is show me. That's my whole thing. Show me. Where is your proof? I spoke nothing but boxing and you have disrespected me. He's not a boxer fan. He's a fangirl of EJ. Bro, and this the whole thing. Like, I don't even want to make it seem like I don't fuck with EJ, that I'm not a fan of EJ. Bro, I fuck with Errol Spence. Heavy. But it's like, and this would apply to anybody. Like, the fact still remains. How do you know if the dude hasn't shown you that he's been a draw for over 2 years? How do we know that he's still a draw if he hasn't shown you in multiple years? He sold more than boots. Okay, we know that. What I'm telling you is, how do you know that Errol Spence, considering all that he's been through, that he still has the same fan base? How are we sure that he's still a draw till this day? How do we know that? Just because you sold a couple years ago don't mean that you hot now. Just because you put out a hit record 2 years ago don't mean that you still a relevant artist today. Like, it's really so simple. Ree, I'm about to get up out of here, bro. I mean, I've been on here for 3 hours straight. My girl was waiting on me to take her to Pound Town, and y'all niggas held me up. She probably asleep. I probably done lost out on some trim because of y'all. God damn. What that nigga was saying, what that nigga used to say in the NBA, what he be saying? The hammer, down and hard. That's what I was trying to do. Y'all niggas don't fuck my shit up. Niggas don't fuck my whole motion up. Oh, my girl was waiting on me. You know what I mean? She was watching her show, just, you know what I mean? Just waiting on a nigga. Y'all motherfuckers want to come over here and talk some bullshit, man. I done lost out on some coochie because of y'all niggas, man. God damn, now I gotta go to sleep just. Now I just gotta find a way to go to sleep and shit. Don't take it as disrespect, Rallo. He has shown us he could take a layoff and come back and do numbers. Okay, but that was while he was still an undefeated fighter. And plus, he wasn't inactive because he came off of a loss. He had to get eye surgery, right? Isn't that why he had that 20-month layoff? Because, he was supposed to – what was he supposed to do? What was that 20-month layoff? Was that because of the car accident? What was the situation with that? But regardless of the situation, Errol Spence was still an undefeated fighter that was considered active at this time. He has not announced a return. He had 3 belts at the time. Yeah, he was a current unified champion. Let me rephrase that because I might have been wrong in that angle I just took. Errol Spence's momentum was still at an all-time high considering that layoff. And he had one of the biggest fights, one of the hottest fights in boxing on his lap at the time. Still undefeated, still at his peak. You know what I'm saying? Considered one of the top pound-for-pound fighters of the world. Like, I remember Terrence Crawford was pound-for-pound #1, and Errol Spence was, like, going between, like, 3 and 5. You feel me? You don't see Errol Spence on a pound-for-pound list. You don't see him with a world title. You don't see him with an undefeated record. You don't see those things. It can't for Pacquiao, he had to pull out because he detached his rate now. Remember that. Mazuma stopped. The people still waiting for EJ. You see what Fundora team wanted. I think that Fundora wanted to fight against EJ for the same reason that Vergil wanted to fight with EJ, because they see a wounded animal right now. Considering Fundora, you answer this, boxing. I'm gonna call you international because boxing is a bit too vague for a name because we, this is boxing talk. So I'm gonna call you international. You know Fundora got some ducking tendencies international. Do you think that he fought Errol because it would be a good tough fight, or did he understand that Errol Spence just got the dog shit beat out of him? He's extremely inactive and is literally at the lowest point of his career, like I said previously. I think that Fundora wanted to take that fight for the same reason EJ did, because for the same reason Vergil did, because it's a name, but it's a name that's on the decline. And that's a nigga to come up off of. That's a notable name that you could come up off of with the least amount of risk possible. When he looks at Jaron Ennis, that's a name that you could come up off of. But it could also be that could also be a name that could ruin your career. Rallo, don't do that. Don't do that. You talking about violence and all that shit, nigga. Cut it off. Because what you doing is you antagonize me. You want me to be like, all right, what's up then? This the internet, niggas ain't doing that. But if you ever think that I wouldn't talk to you in person, how the way I talk on here, you got me all the way fucked up. Don't get me to tap into that. Don't get me to tap into that side. You feel me? If you that offended, you could have easily asked for an apology. Don't be citing violence and none of that shit, because I'm very easy to find. So I'm gonna just say that. Don't do that. Don't take that. I'm not that nigga to take that angle with. You feel me? So, Mr. Green, Rollo, whatever you want me to call you, because it sound like you an old head. I don't know how old you is. You sound like an old head. If you offended, you could have easily asked for an apology. Don't be bringing up violence and none of that shit, because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be on what I be on. So just leave that shit alone. And I'm going to also say this. If violence is what happened, I'm ready for that circumstance. Like, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that circumstance. Don't do that. And if you always relax, stay relaxed. And if you ever want to have a conversation in person, we can have that. I don't know where you at in this world, but if you ever want to have a conversation in person, we can have that. And that go for anybody. I'm very accessible. And if we ever run into each other at fights, you can address it. He got mad because I called him like a dummy or some shit. If you want an apology, ask for it. Be a man. I wouldn't have no problem. Like, if you genuinely felt disrespected, you'd be like, yo, I ain't like that, man. I feel like you owe me an apology. My nigga, I doubt if you run around calling grown men stupid and thongs in their ass. You need to do your research. You clearly don't know me. Because anybody that ever know Marcus Rosen, Mark, Mazuma, whatever you want to call me, in the boxing gym, out the boxing gym, the way I act on here is how I act all the time. I'm not no pump faking ass nigga. And I don't know where you from, but in Philly, we be bit. That's called bidding. That's called joking. You feel me? Don't be bringing up that violent shit with me, bro. I'm not the nigga to take that angle with. You could take that angle with a nigga like Southpaw who don't come outside and be scared of the world. You know what I mean? You could take that angle with niggas who confidential informants, niggas who be wearing taco hats with the big eyes. I'm not one of them niggas, bro. I promise you that on my son life, I'm not one of them niggas. If you one of them sensitive niggas, be one of them sensitive niggas, but do that outside this channel. And like I said, if you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. But I just find it funny that I was talking to you and Boxing International. Boxing International, cool. You not. So it sounds like you got some type of emotional problems that you need to attend to, brother, because trying to put that on other people could come with some consequences. If you got issues internally, you need to address them by your lonely. Don't get to try to express them emotions on other people. That shit could really fuck some things up. And that's all I got to say about that. I didn't say confidential performance. I said confidential informants. NYC. Okay, if we're not on the same thing, then you don't need to be here, brother. You could have easily asked for an apology. I'd have gave it to you. But where you fucked up at is talking about violence and shit. Because I don't know if you think I'm an internet nigga, but I'm not. You see me on the internet, but I don't play no fictional characters. I don't do any of that. Yeah, niggas taking that shit to the heart. Nigga heart beating hard as shit, typing on his keyboard. Nigga, relax, nigga. Why you got so triggered? Why you got so triggered when I said something about a thong being up your ass, though? Why that bother you so much? Did I tap into some dark shit in your past or something, brother? Rats, Mazuma, you talking heavy, bro. It is what it is. And I think he was a confidential informant in NYC. He gotta be an old head. He gotta be. Because young niggas wouldn't even be offended by that. Rollo, how old is you, Rollo? Because only old heads get... They the old heads be hella homophobic. What you mean, nigga? I got thong in my ass. Nigga, I'll kill you, nigga. You talking about thong in my ass, nigga? This nigga definitely my pop age. This nigga old enough to be my pop, man. That nigga, you talk like that. Nigga, go ahead and say I got thong in my ass. Nigga, shit'll get violent, nigga. You crazy, nigga. No, I think he was snitching in your city though. Let me tell you, young Joker something. Let me. I had to tell the young Joker, and they're gonna come into his he gonna come into his motherfucking job site tomorrow. I had to tell this little Joker something, man. Don't be telling niggas I had thong up my ass, nigga. Nigga, you know what we'll do to you, nigga. You know back in the days, man. Man, back in my days, man. These young niggas, man, they disrespectful now. Man, I tell you what, I had told that little nigga, he'd have said that to me, man. And I'd have beat the shit out this young nigga, man. This is a light-skinned nigga, man. I don't even know if he black for real. I I don't even know if he black. Saying nigga, saying I got a thong up my ass. Let me tell you something, nigga. I ain't never had nothing up my ass. Ain't nobody ever put nothing in my ass. Well, come split my shit down, Rallo. Come do it. Come do it, nigga. Just do it. You ain't got, you an internet nigga for announcing what you would do to a nigga on the internet. Like what you would do to somebody. Just do it. That's what I'm going to tell you. Just do it. If I really wanted to do something to somebody, I'm not going to tell them that shit on the internet. Split my shit. Do it. We see how that go. Niggas not rapping with you, bro. Just do it. And I'm looking at your profile pic right here on YouTube. You spelled your own name wrong. The way your name's spelled and how the way your logo's name is spelled is different. Rahalo. Rahalo. Get your shit together, brother. I know you an old head, bro. As a matter of fact, let me look him up. Because he's not going to tell me his age for some reason. Oh, so Rollo got a history of making threats to niggas? Oh, yeah, that shit'll stop over here, bro. Yeah, he mad because I said something. That's why he really mad, because I said something about a thong being up his ass. It's cool. Like I said, he could have easily asked for an apology. He didn't want to take that route and talk about violence and splitting nigga shit. Okay, buddy. You don't wish any harm on no man. Okay. Sound good. He's a Devin fanboy. You seen how he just got with B Norman. Who got? Wait, this nigga, he be on the internet? Rollo Green got a channel or something? Nah, he not defensive over a other nigga. Bro, you keep talking about this in your face shit, nigga. You want a link? You keep talking about this in my face shit like I won't, like I wouldn't see you in person. Why you keep talking about this in my face shit if we on the internet? You want to see me? Like, I don't understand, bro. You brought that shit up like 3 times already. Because like I said, I'm not hard to find. I ain't going to go looking for you, but I'm not hard to find neither. Yeah, like you will react like a man. That's normal. Yeah, do some normal shit. Be normal, nigga. If that's normal to you, come be normal. Niggas ain't saying nothing, bro. And we got 41 people in here, so niggas is over here grabbing popcorn and shit. Niggas ain't even talking. They just, yeah, man. Okay. Sounds good. Then this nigga, so what happened? The nigga Rollo got at it with Brian Norman. 3 heads. What happened? Why you said you seen how he got with B Norman? How he got with B Norman? Who you talking about? Oh, so he be name calling all the time. So that if that's the case, if that's true, you name calling me. You don't like when niggas name call with you a bully. Yeah, I don't like those. But anyways, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'm about to see if this girl awake because I'm about to take her to Pound Town. Just left Pound Town. About to beat her through the mattress, you heard? But anyways, I'm just talking too much. Let me get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love as always. If I could go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'll be very much appreciated. I'll be back at y'all with another live 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow to continue cooking up on what's going on in the boxing world, man. Until then, I hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. That's how you know he an old head because he said we from the pause era. All right, brother, you got it, man. I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.